Things happen. It's out of your control sometimes. You're doing great.
Yep, yeah, that's live.
Yep. Looks like we're back in action. Yeah, looks like audio is working. We're back, folks. I know you guys love the chat commentary, but we're actually back with our voices, so hopefully that's okay.
Yeah, we were just saying we had a great time with chat commentary. Don't know about you guys, but that's the most fun I've had commentating in a bit.
I would recommend if people have not tried it, it is a very good time. It is surprisingly hard to keep up even for an S- rating.
Right, that's what I was thinking. Like I was struggling to type fast enough, but there was a lot going on. There was a lot going on. But welcome back. We are going to go back up to our pink bracket. So sadly, we are out of S- gameplay for you guys right now, which
Yeah.
you
I
know,
mean,
if
still
we have
shout
to
out
chat
to
commentate this, wish me luck.
Yeah, that would not be possible. I would not have the typing speed for that.
Yeah. But we, like we said, are going to dive back into the bracket. And our players are both in the lobby, so hopefully we will get that to you soon. Oh, do you need me to invite you to the... Oh, you can get into the room. Oh, you're already in. Okay, you're good. I'm issuing a bribe. Okay, fair enough. So it looks like we're just trying to get our bracket restarted. He just bit my hand. You just bit my hand instead of the tree. You're horrible.
Zuko's being a little feisty tonight.
Well, I was just on vacation for a week, so I got thoroughly screamed at when I got home.
Did you have a cat sitter?
Yes.
Okay.
He needs attention daily. So he
Yeah,
got
I was gonna say,
daily.
given the stories I've heard, I don't think he would manage to survive 7 days on his own.
No. Yeah, I have quite the view right now. Zuko, are you holding up the bracket? It's all his fault. He took the stream down. It was all
Yeah, that's why we had chat comms. Zuko broke everything. But I think in terms of actual matchups, the next one we have up is Vince and Shark. And I think it's losers quarters, if I'm not mistaken. Which is not somewhere where I would expect these players, but with how good people have gotten. Or it's not even losers quarters. What's before losers quarters?
I mean, you can say eighths, but...
Yeah, losers eighths. Regardless, it's going to be a good matchup. Obviously, Vince has been in the scene for what feels like a decade at this point. And Shark is definitely more of a newcomer, but obviously they have had many tournament wins at this point and amazing performances in the past. So this one's going to be a very good matchup indeed. Yeah, you can see Vince there with enough badges to make everything else not show up. And Shark, not as many, but obviously still a lot of good wins in there. A couple number ones. Very nice.
All right, warm-up is starting now. Hope you guys are ready, because I absolutely am. And we see TKI versus SDPC spin here. We haven't seen a ton of SDPC spin on these streamed matches tonight, but it is a really popular opener, so I expect to see more of it in this matchup and maybe even further on in the bracket. Vince breaks back-to-back with a 20 spike there.
Yeah, Shark does manage to live it, but Vince continuing to do a nice job pressuring there, gets that warm-up win nicely done. Even, I think Shark had like a 33 spike right before, and it just was not enough.
Yeah, and that is it for our warm-up. So like we mentioned, this is a losers bracket match. So the loser of this match is fully eliminated from the tournament. So we'll see who it is.
Yeah, high stakes at this point here. If either player wants to keep it going on that run. Like I mentioned, Vince did get upset earlier by Kuro, so they've been in the loser bracket for a decent bit at this point, trying to make their way back. And starting this round strong, does manage to survive that massive spike by Shark, but Shark is the one who still has this back-to-back pressure already going out there with this speed, and has a ton of all spins there, forced to break out of it, and Vince still managed to survive and has a lot of clean to work with, but as I say that, they also have that misdrop right at the top there, cannot make their way out of it.
Yeah, and that's going to be first point for Shark here. And we're back into the first to 11 matches since we're over on the pink bracket.
It's starting this round a bit slow here, already at the top of their board, does some all-spin magic to make their way through it all. That massive spike there, had the dono to follow up, that would have been so nice, but it does not even matter because Vince still gets the win.
Yeah, and we do see an early no sweep here. Absolutely love to see that in these matches. Vince plonking this TKI. Shark being the one to start off building that back-to-back here. Vince gets that surge right after. Shark with a strong 4-5 stack, as they do have that 13 back-to-back. That minus 13 is over on Vince's board right now. Vince delivers a lot of cheese over to Shark's board, so they do have to break back-to-back that 39 spike.
Yeah, that was a very nice job by Vince. If they were not gonna break that back-to-back soon, they were in very big trouble, so that cheese was very, very important there. And now Shark is the one with the back-to-back deficit, as Vince sends the spike, not able to get the killing blow. Shark just barely finding the down stack and gets a nice all-spin combo of their own here as Vince tries to find any way to kill. With that 38 spike, it is enough there!
Yeah, the 38 spike there from seemingly nowhere. That was wild. Not even a ton of back-to-back on top of that. They're just really strong follow-up, and that is enough to find that round.
Yeah, very nicely done. But in this round, we see Shark is the one with the lead here, has that 7 back-to-back, forced to break out of it as they don't have an easy way to keep the combo. Vince, on the other side, doesn't have much of a combo of their own, fairly low on their board here, trying to find the pressure as Shark has that misdrop there. Very unfortunate.
All right, we do see this SDPC spin here from Shark's side. Vince doing a little plonking on the opener here. Both players building up that back-to-back. Vince up at the top here with Shark down at the bottom of the board.
That eye spin by Vince to keep back-to-back was crazy. Following it up with a 27 back-to-back spike. Shark still had the back-to-back, was not able to clear a line to cancel, and with that, Vince taking a good 3-point lead.
Yeah, and Vince building up this TKI here while Shark is going for the SDPC spin yet again.
Yeah, Vince getting those eye spins so quickly like they're just a regular clear. Even still, Shark is the one with the pressure at this point, has that 7 back-to-back, trying to maintain it, still going with this pressure, does finally break, but Vince is sent up extremely high, just barely surviving, and has that S misdrop while they try and build the kite in, but still managed to find the down stack.
Shark over here with not the cleanest board. Amazing fix though, keeping that back-to-back. That minus 13 over on Vince's board, not looking great. Shark with the 34 spike sends Vince up to the top, and Vince not able to clear enough in time.
Yeah, that was really good survival by Vince, but even still, it just does not matter. And Shark gets their second win in the books.
Let's see if Shark is able to carry that momentum forward, or if Vince is able to do Vince things and find more rounds here before Shark can get too many in the set.
Shark does a nice job keeping back-to-back, but not very long as they get spiked up very high here. They continue with this back-to-back, nicely done, even after breaking their chain. Vince, on the other side of things, does not have too big of a chain. Does start to build one up here as Shark breaks their own. Vince getting the Z-spin overhangless triple, doesn't even clear a line, just doing it because you can, I guess. Now does that
Vince with an interesting
L-spin...
setup. You can't do much with that here.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that L-spin, but doesn't have the T-spins to follow it up. Forced to break here, but starts to build another one right after here. Shark on the other end of things, trying to find some way to cancel this big combo at this point. Does not manage to kill Shark though, as Vince with a bunch of misdrops there, with amazing down stack to survive it, but not enough.
Yeah, and Shark is able to find a kill there, but boy, was it a tough one. So many spots there where Shark tried to kill Vince and looked like they had it secured, and Vince was able to just come back, and let's see if Shark is able to continue doing that. Knowing Shark as a player, though, they'll definitely be able to continue finding those opportunities, find those openings, and try to get that good timing on Vince. Definitely some board watching going on here, helping them with these timings, and that 46 spike.
Oh my god, and
oh
Vince,
my god.
Vince still nearly survived that, but with that, Shark ties it right back up, and keeping it very close here.
More SDPC spin. Vince breaking in this combo down stack here while Shark is continuing to build up this back-to-back. We see the -8 coming and going on Vince's screen as they're just eye spinning in the face of that.
Yeah, managed to survive there. Shark was forced to break as they had a lot of cheese on their board, giving Vince the chance to get out. They do manage to find a nice combo there, but immediately Shark sends a huge spike of cheese there. Now Vince again trying to downstack, and looks like Shark choosing to time here.
Yeah, Vince with a 31 spike here. That does find its way into Shark's board, and that is pretty messy. Both players have a bit of cheese in their garbage right now. Shark's the one who has back-to-back here. Vince with a 16 spike. Shark breaks.
Yeah, that was a nice combo by Vince, forcing Shark to break out of it, but Shark immediately going right back into this chaining as Vince trying to find a chain of their own. Does time that spike, nicely done as it cancels a good amount, but they still have a lot of cheese on their board. Might be forced to break out of it just to downstack, or they might just downstack through half of it on their own and get a massive spike after to take the win.
Yeah, beautiful combo there, beautiful spike, and Vince has managed to take some of the momentum out of Shark's sails, and Vince just plonking this T-spin. That's an unfortunate garbage column there for Vince, but both players waiting.
Yeah, Vince now timing here, getting to that well, does finally clear it up here, and trying to keep that back. What are you doing, Vince? What? You could find some easier way to back-to-back, but I guess he chooses not to. And even still, Shark maintaining a bigger back-to-back here. And both of them spike at the same time. Shark does have the bigger spike, so sends a little bit more, but Vince immediately downstacks that, and now Shark dealing with a bit of cheese under this clean well, trying to find the clear and cannot get to it in time.
Yeah, and Vince taking a 2-point lead here in this set. Vince opening with 2 eye spins, and Shark going with this SDPC spin.
Yeah,
Vince doing a little bit of waiting here.
Yeah, he is timing a lot more than I expect, but it's working out for him. He has that lead. Keeping it together, forced to break that back-to-back chain. Shark on the other end of things doesn't have the cleanest board right now. Trying to find their way down as Vince building the TST tower out of nowhere. Has to be expected from Vince. Has that back-to-back maintained still and gets a nice spike out of it, but Shark is completely fine.
Yeah, Shark with some great counters to that APM that was coming out from Vince there. Pausing a little bit, breaking back to back as Vince has this fractal set up. Oh, that's 4
Oh,
Vince.
God, Vince! What the hell?
Yeah, that's one way to do it.
Even still, Shark survives, but not for much longer as Vince gets another spike there.
Those 4 T-spins really working out for Vince there.
I mean, yeah, I guess if you're Vince, you can just get away with stuff like that on a regular basis.
Vince with a miss drop here. That's going to slow him down a little bit at the start of this round, force an early break. Shark's going to be able to build up back-to-back in response.
Yeah, they do have that 9-0 well, so cannot clear too much, forced to break out of the back-to-back eventually, but it might still be enough as Vince is sent to the top here. But Shark with the misdrops!
Shark had a misstack. Oh no, that was a misstacked Kaidan that caused that there for Shark.
Yeah, covers up the well, could not make it out, and Vince now with a very fast 8-point lead. Shark had it, tied it back up, but Vince with these rounds, back to back to back to back, and now only needs 3 more to win it. Shark needs to slowly bring it back. Both of them at this point maintaining basically the same back-to-back chain here. Vince does break it with some misdrops, it looks like, and now Shark has the chance to potentially build up this surge.
Yeah, and Shark playing this completely confident right now. Some great all spinning going on here. Do you see that -17 on Vince's board? They're trying to count it down, but Shark is sitting here on that 24. They send it in a 35 spike. Vince is ready, but still up at the top of the board, trying to accept what's incoming.
Yeah, that was amazing timing by Vince. He knew that attack was coming any moment, just barely surviving, but Shark already has another big back-to-back chain built here, already has a +15. Vince trying to do some all-spin magic, I think messes up that overhang, forced to break out of it. Shark still doing just fine here, and Vince now, once again, forced to time here, trying to find some way to live here.
Shark just choosing to rip it and break that back-to-back. Vince is up at the top of the board, finds a downstack spike through the garbage.
Yeah, continuing to survive here, even with these back-to-back chains by Shark. Very nicely done by Vince. Just continued pressure by both of these players.
Yeah, both players just trying to look for an opening, finding these small spikes, seeing if they can time some of the garbage here, but both players proving to be very strong as they're watching what's going on, and that's insane.
That spin was crazy by Vince. It led into a huge spike, but Shark completely fine. Not only fine, has the back-to-back chain lead. Keeping it going, does finally break here. Vince doesn't have the cleanest board here. Does have that misdrop with the Z piece. Managed to find a way to fix it, but Shark continuing this pressure, continues to maintain this back-to-back lead. Might be forced to break it as they're sent to the top. Does finally break it, gets that huge 38 spike. Vince just barely surviving, and this round is gonna start approaching margin time as these players keep on going.
Right, and Shark has tried so many times to kill Vince here, but Vince still keeps finding the stack to stay alive, which is just so tough on the side of Shark here, as Shark is up at the top with quite the board and not quite the stack.
Shark had that nice all-spin setup, but wasn't fast enough, just messing up the spins a little too much. And now Vince only 2 away. Looks like both players slowing down a bit this round. Neither really wants to make a mistake at this point. Now they're starting to speed right back up here. Both have basically the same chain here. Vince does break with a huge spike. Shark not the cleanest board, does manage to survive, but not long enough there. And Vince now at match point.
Yeah, Vince with 6 unanswered points here right now in this set, staring down the barrel of match point. And Shark just still starting strong with this opener here.
Yeah, Shark is playing amazing, but Vince just has a survival. What happened, Vince, with that eyepiece tower there? Still barely surviving, going for the TST, has a misdrop, and not able to get out of it. I don't know how Vince does what he does.
That is wild in comparison to that last round of how much Vince survived and then just going straight into that. I mean, you can absolutely afford to have that when you're on match point, but it is kind of a funny juxtaposition.
Yeah, it is a very interesting switch up to see here. But speaking of switch up, we now see Vince with the back-to-back lead here. He has not really had much of the leads in the past couple of rounds. Does finally break it, as Shark has this really clean board state, has a lot to send, and send it he does, continuing to keep his match alive, keeping it going here.
Vince missing the eye spin and finding it yet again.
He's a big fan of those eye spins, as am I, but he's a lot better at getting them than I am. With this round now, both players not being too aggressive. Shark with that misdrop there, hesitating just a little bit too long, and Vince was able to take advantage to get this win.
Yeah, and that will be Vince continuing on in that loser's bracket here, and Shark will be eliminated from the tournament.
Yeah, that was a nice performance, ending it in 8th place, which is probably lower than Shark was hoping for, but still, regardless, amazing performance. Vince's survival was just incredible there. You can see, I mean, I see it. Shark sent 2.1k lines, Vince only sent 1.7k, and still managed to win that set, even with that deficit in terms of the amount sent. So amazing job by Vince. He will continue on. He will play, his next matchup is going to be against Kuro, which is going to be a rematch from winners, so that'll be a good one. But I think in the meantime, we might be jumping to the other side of losers. Indeed we are. We're going to be seeing Amber Doodle versus Turtle, which will be interesting to see.
Yeah, this will be an exciting matchup. As we can see, Amber has gotten pretty far in this tournament despite being 15 seed, and Turtle, that 2 seed down in that loser's bracket, definitely wants to continue on with their loser's bracket run.
Are they the 2nd seed? It shows up as 4th seed for me on the bracket.
Oh, I'm looking at the OBS screen, so
yeah,
you might be right.
Yeah, I think that might be a bit of a visual bug, but yeah. Turtle is 4th seed. Regardless, still very high seeded. Amber Doodle does have a tough battle ahead. They did manage to get an upset against the 9th seed earlier, so we'll see if they can manage to do something here, but it will certainly be tricky. And damn, seeing that sub 14 on Turtle's screen, not many people can say they have a sub 14, so that is very impressive.
And it looks like we are getting right into our warm-up here. Both players starting this off with an SDPC spin.
Yeah, Turtle already
very fast.
Yeah, Turtle already with so much aggression to start here. Amber Doodle already has that 13 surge deficit here. As Turtle sends a huge spike, Amber just barely managed to survive there. Nice job there, but has that yeah, not a great misdrop to start. Does manage to keep it alive here. Turtle not able to get the killing blow, but still continuing with this relentless pressure here as Amber Doodle is just trying to find any downstack possible.
Turtle with some misdrops there. Turn it into a T-spin, finds that TST off of it. Amber has the back-to-back, or rather both players have that back-to-back. They send at the exact same time. It's always odd when we approach 1 minute in the warm-up rounds. Is it really a warm-up at that point? There we go.
I mean, hopefully, it's better than like a 16-second warm-up round where they don't really get to do much. But with that, Amber Doodle managed to take the warm-up. Nicely done. We'll see if they could keep it going, even with how much less they sent. They still managed to take it, so we'll see if they could keep it up with that in the actual matches.
TKIs on both sides to start this off. And we're going into LST.
Ooh, Turtle getting that perfect well to start there. Tried to keep that back-to-back, was forced to break it. I think they misread their piece there. Amberdoodle definitely timing a little bit here, as Turtle does have that speed advantage. But Turtle, on the other end, has those misdrops there. Does find such a clean way down through all of it. And Amber is finally forced to break that back-to-back chain.
Ooh, Amber misdrops over the well here. That's definitely going to slow them down a bit, but Turtle's still at the top. Turtle finds the survival. They're on that way down, and both players at the bottom of their boards now looking to build back up that back-to-back surge.
Yeah, neither playing too aggressive at the moment. Amber just doesn't have a lot to work with, but Turtle gets a nice 24 spike there, sending Amberdoodle up to the top, continuing this pressure. Amberdoodle now trying to find any downstack they can, but in the meantime, Turtle is building up that surge here. Has such a clean well, but has the misdrop with the S piece. Oh, that's a heartbreaker.
Yeah, that misdrop is brutal, and that gives Amber that first round. We see more SCPC spin on both sides. Amber choosing to wait a little bit before that send, and that gives Amber such a clean well to start off this round.
Yeah, it does break that back-to-back. Turtle forced to cancel some of their own to survive there. But now both players fairly low on the board here, trying to build up these chains.
Yeah, another player has that back-to-back advantage right now, so both trying to find it. Going stride for stride here with this back-to-back.
Amber
Turtle
really...
Ooh, they break at the same time.
Yeah, Amber was really cheesed up, but timed that cancel very nicely as Turtle sent as well. And now Turtle has the cleaner board here. Amber just dealing with a bit more cheese at this point, continually trying to downstack. Turtle gets a massive spike there. Amberdoodle not getting the right piece to clear to get to that eye in time, and with that, Turtle ties it right back up.
Both players going for that TKI to start it off with the exact same follow-up. I love that. Love seeing that.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of TKI, obviously many players as well, so you sometimes expect the same pieces. I don't remember who the players were, but it was like two players started with like 46 of the same exact piece placements in a row. It was crazy.
Yeah, always fun to see. Speaking of the exact piece placements in a row.
But that misdrop, unfortunately, Amber could not keep it going there. Oh, and as I say that, Turtle has a misdrop of their own. Has a Trinity! Doesn't go for all three T-spins.
Insane.
Yeah, not a setup you see very often at a high level, but it is always nice to have its occurrence. And it worked out for Turtle there.
Only slightly less unhinged than Vince's 4 T-spin setups on top of each other earlier.
No, I would say that was a lot more unhinged, to be honest. Because it was freestyle. But
fair enough.
In the meantime, Turtle struggling at the top here. Amberdoodle doing a nice job to pressure. Cannot get the killing blow just yet. Yeah, has to force to cancel those back-to-backs. And now Turtle is in a good position to start pressuring on their own side.
Turtle with that back-to-back advantage. We see that -10 on Amber's board as Turtle's continuing to build that up. They break in that 18 spike. They're still up at the top of the board looking for this follow-up, and Amber has their own down stack, a small spike to continue on with their board, and both players have broken back-to-back and are still on the down stack.
Yeah, very nicely done by both. Amber now has some misdrops at the top, trying to keep that back-to-back even as they downstack, are forced to finally break, but still just barely surviving as Turtle continues to send here. They have so much cheese to get through. Turtle is not stopping with this pressure. Amber still, almost got down to the eyepiece, but with that, Turtle ties it back up.
Yeah, Amber almost having the survival there, but Turtle finding the kill just in time. We do see these openers come out yet again.
Turtle with a
Ooh, and the
huge
quick
spike to start. Yeah, Amber did not have the eyepiece ready in time.
Ooh, and we're actually seeing differing openers here, but Amber, with that misdrop on that J piece, is not looking good. Is this going to be another quick round, or is Amber going to be able to recover their board quickly enough?
Turtle, if you don't manage to get the kill here, okay. I was gonna say that was so many misdrops at the top there. Turtle does manage to take advantage though.
These are like perfectly in sync here for a sec.
Amber
But
does
Amber is
choose
going to be the one that hesitates,
yeah,
waits for that attack to come in.
Yeah, that timing did help them out at the beginning, but it does give Turtle the advantage to start pressuring. Does have that back-to-back chain, forced to break it there, but Amber is not phased whatsoever. Even still, Turtle has another back-to-back chain right away to continue it.
Ooh. And Amber just not finding the correct pieces in time. That was a lot of fast attack there from Turtle that closed out that round. I mean, that almost feels like some of the lucky spikes that these players are searching for with just the right timing. So hard to create naturally. Sometimes it just happens.
Yeah, sometimes it works out, and it did not work out that round for Amber as they have so many misdrops there. And I think at this point, Turtle now has, I believe, 5 wins in a row here. Now just complete momentum here as Amber is struggling a lot with misdrops as well.
Turtle with some really clean stacking to start off this back-to-back. There's the -10 on Amber's board. Amber has the beginning of the down stack, but Turtle is just going to continue on with a 25 spike, and there's just nothing Amber can do.
Yeah, Amber had just a little too much cheese to get through, could not get to that clean well in time. And Turtle now complete momentum, has the 5-point lead, only needs 4 more to win, and continuing these rounds. Yeah, Amber tried to time here, but even if you time, Turtle gets the advantage of going faster and building that back-to-back chain farther.
Yeah, Amber forces Turtle to break back-to-back there, and both players kind of starting in the same spot. Turtle with that misdrop, though, is definitely going to slow them down. Amber finds that back-to-back, and they might be looking for a kill off this misdrop as Turtles mostly fixed their board. I would say fixed now that S-spin triple to keep things clean. But Amber's got this upstack. There's that back-to-back, and there's that -13 on Turtle's board.
Yeah, but Turtle does a nice job canceling. They are still fairly high up, but Amber does not have any pressure on their board to get that kill. And now Turtle just finding their way slowly down before starting this back-to-back chain once again.
Yeah, Turtle has this back-to-back up the top of the board. They break with this 25 spike. Amber has a spike to counter, and both players ending up with relatively clean boards, but
Ooh,
that misdrop on that T-piece
yeah.
from Turtle, yeah, that finds Amber the round.
Yeah, gives him another win, does break that hot streak. We'll see if that's a momentum shifter. Both players continuing to go for the same opener. I mean, clearly they're big fans of it.
That spike is just brutal there. And Amber
Yeah,
finds another round, trying to shift things back in their favor.
Yeah, that was very nice timing there. Turtle just did not have the pieces ready to downstack. And Amber trying to keep it close. Definitely not done fighting here. In the meantime, Turtle is upping that pressure with that 9 back-to-back. That 4 PPS continuing to attack here. Has a nice kite in. Keeping this surge going here. Amber trying to find their way down. Does break back-to-back, but continually pressured as Turtle finally breaks their own chain. Turtle with this pressure nicely done. Amber cannot find their way down through all of that cheese, and Turtle finally gets another win up on the board.
More of that SDPC spin opening here. Amber waiting yet again.
Oh, huge spike by Turtle. Very nicely done. But Amber, seemingly fine, does have a lot of cheese to work through right now. Cannot get that clear in time. Turtle just getting the one single attack needed to get that kill, and now only needs 2 more to continue on in their losers run. Oh, and Amber
Turtle's switching up
starting.
the opening there. I do love to see that, but yeah, that puts Amber up at the top of the board.
Oh, but as we say that, Turtle now sitting high up there, does find the down stack. Amber trying to do any more pressuring they can, but does not have the board state to do so, and now both of them sitting nice and pretty at the bottom of their boards.
Amber trying to keep that back-to-back deficit at bay, but that -10, that -11 is stacking up. Turtle breaks up the top of the board, doesn't have too much follow-up to continue on with it, and Amber Doodle's going to get out of there relatively unharmed, but with a little bit of cheese to work through for now.
Yeah, Turtle was forced to downstack a little bit there. Does send that cheese, and now Amber is trying to find their way down through all of it. As Turtle sends a huge spike, Amber trying to find any combo they can do, does not have the right pieces to do it. And with that, Turtle is now at match point.
All right, this is going to be tough for Amber to come back from, but this is their tournament run. This is their final hurrah, so they're continuing to flunk that out while Turtle has 3 T-spins. Takes 2 of them and continues on with this insane stack. That 31 spike puts Amber up at the top. Amber breaks that back-to-back and has to work through this messy board now.
Yeah, it does make their way through that cheese, but Turtle continues to send non-stop action here. Amber continually on the defensive at this point here, as Turtle still being more and more aggressive here. Has that 10 back-to-back, 11 still going here. Amber now at the surge deficit, trying to find any way to break this. Finally does so. Amber just barely surviving there. Does manage to downstack their way through. Very nicely done.
Yeah, that 29 spike leaves both players with 0 garbage on the board for just a little bit there as they start to build this back up. There's that 10 back-to-back Turtle's got. And they do break in that 28 spike. That's going to put Amber up at the top. Not exactly the best board state. They're going to have to work down through this as Turtle not necessarily building up that back-to-back yet. Doesn't even need it.
Yeah, Amber just having too much cheese. I'm not sure if they were trying to keep back-to-back with that ice spin, but unfortunately, regardless, it was not enough. And with that, Turtle moving on to play Gohan in losers semifinals, or losers quarterfinals. So that'll be
this is a large bracket. Difficult to scroll around here on
Yeah, we've already played so many matches. I'm not used to us still being in the match for 8th place. But I believe with that, we're going to be switching into the orange bracket, which we have not commentated so far. It's going to be losers finals, which will be interesting to see how that goes.
All right, so we have our U ranks here. Is their profile picture a job application?
I would need to pull up their profile. That's a little hard to see, but potentially.
It is. That's a job application. Okay. It says employment history or eligibility or something, and I see the word employment. That's a job application. Okay.
Yeah, it is a very blurry job application, but I'm not sure if they're looking for people to hire, if they're applying themselves, or what's going on
They might be telling people to fill one out, just in general.
Fair enough. I mean, times are tough. People be looking for jobs.
But yeah, this is going to be losers finals, like we mentioned. So both of these players trying to get into that grand finals here. And yeah, once our players are in here, we will start with that warm-up, but we are still waiting on one.
Yeah. just looking at these stats, I mean, these are pretty good for U-Ranks. I mean, they're number 2 and 3 seed for a reason, obviously, so shouldn't be too surprising here. Yeah, looks like both players in. We'll see if they want that warm-up.
It looks like we will be warming up here. I'm still trying to figure out how to pronounce the other username.
Rings?
Rings? I might just say rings. Drop the T.
Yeah, it's a silent T.
Yeah. Alright, Brownie going for that PCO stack here.
Rings doing some bit of freestyle, looks like. They didn't go for an opener of any kind.
Yeah, and, they just 9-0 up stack.
Okay, I mean, not a winning strategy, clearly. We'll see if they decide to switch it up in the actual matches.
If that got him this far, I say stay with it. The misdrop was the issue there, not the 9-0.
Fair enough. Good point, good point.
Alright, and this is going to be a first to 7 here. Alright, TKI versus SDPC spin. That is a misdropped SDPC spin, and Brownie's going to have to stack out of that.
Brownie's starting real fast with this matchup already. Does have a lot of cheese on their board at this point. Rings has a lot cleaner board, or a lot lower. Does mess up their board state just a little bit here, but Brownie with so many misdrops, it does not really matter. They top themselves out.
Yeah, that's going to be first point to Rings over here. All right, DT Cannon coming out from Ringside. They're just choosing to stack it into a 2-wide here.
Oh,
and they,
no!
They don't.
Oh, that's the heartbreaking misspin.
We've all done it. We've all done it. They just hit that space bar. They just top that out.
Yeah, that misshop gives a lot of players PTSD, unfortunately. And with that, Brownie brings it right back to tied.
Both players with a slow start here.
Yeah, not too
Rings
much
is just
aggression.
3-6 up stacking. I do love that.
Oh, that misdrop there by Brownie does manage to fix it nicely with some all spins, but Rings in the meantime has built up that back-to-back chain. Finally breaks it, and it is enough to get that kill.
Aggro says Brownie actually on a loser's run. From round 2 losers not losing again to get back here. That's insane. And they are at CCC spinning right now. Yeah, that's wild. I love that.
I mean, regardless, if they manage to bring it all the way from losers round 2, that'd be very impressive. So far, they do not have the lead, but they might win this round here as Rings is sitting very high up, but Brownie also has a lot of misdrops on their side. Does find a very nice combo to survive there, but will they get to the eyepiece in time, but still getting pressured a little too much, cannot get the down stack, and Rings gets another win there. Brownie, I have to assume that was misdrops. That was not a great start to a round there, and Rings takes advantage with the DT cannon. Yeah, Brownie doing PCO, but choosing not to go for the PC. Interesting choice there. Rings, in the meantime, has that small back-to-back chain. Forced to break it as they are sent up very highly, as Brownie just speeding their way down through it, gets a huge combo there and takes the win there.
PCO stack here from Brownie, while there's the SDPC spin over on the other side.
Oh, and Brownie really high up, cannot get to that clean well in time, and Rinks gets another win here. Only needs 2 more to win this. Brownie needs to start bringing it back if they want to keep this loser's run alive.
And the DT cannon comes through here, but Brownie has that back-to-back going, and they're continuing to build that up, looking for the eye spin there.
Oh, but Brownie with the misshot at the top there, forced to try and downstack here, does make it down a little bit, but needs to continue downstacking through this cheese. Does a nice job getting some back-to-back in the meanwhile. Rinks not able to do much pressuring at all here. And Brownie now with a pretty clean stack to work with. Yeah, has that perfect well to start back-to-back in here. Does compromise it a little bit and has that miss drop. Fixing it nicely though. Rinks in the meanwhile now the one sitting at the top. Does make it to their well, but covers it right away. Looking for the eyepiece, needs another one to get down just barely. Yeah, nicely done. Huge spike there to counter. Brownie getting sent to the top as a result. You know, both players pretty back to even here. Both around the middle of their board here. As Brownie has a good amount of pressure ready to send, while Rinks is just trying to downstack.
Yeah, both players maintaining some good speeds, but very downstack heavy right now as Brownie looks to be setting up an STSD, and that is unfortunately what kills them.
Just a little too greedy, was looking for the T-piece, did not get it in time, and now Rinks is at match point here. Brownie needs to win 5 in a row here if they want to make it to Grands. And right now they're just sitting at the top here while Rinks has a lot of pressure ready.
Rinks has this really nice well to stack into right now. They have the eye pieces, they have the T pieces, they break back to back, and that is enough to find them the win here.
All the Brownie heads in the chat hoping for that losers run. Unfortunately, it ends here. Still, very nice job getting 3rd place in the orange bracket, and Rinks, amazing performance there. Doing a very good job showing their skills. Going to be moving on to grand finals of the orange bracket.
Yeah, and we will get that match to you soon. And let's see, let's see which match we're going to do next.
I think we actually have a break.
We have a break. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I believe that is.
Hello, is that it? Lovely.
Yes, that is it for us. Shout out to Cowbell for the raid. Hopefully you guys had a good stream. But yeah, that is it for us. Thank you for enjoying. Stick around. We'll have a short break and then we'll have some more action for you coming up.
Alright, welcome everybody. You are tuned back into Prism 4. You've already seen the talent that we've got on display. We've got a lot of amazing matches ahead of us.
Alright, yeah, wait, I just realized that we were put on stream. Wait. I was trying to friend, Getchy, except this profile is private, so...
Oh no!
Yeah, it's like... kind of sad.
You know what?
Okay,
That's
there we
great.
go.
That means that we've confirmed there's no admin bypass. You can't just completely stalk somebody's profile anyway.
Well, I mean... I mean, there definitely are ways. It's just they're not built into the game.
Okay, they've got methods.
They're not.
Hmm.
I mean, yeah, it's like admin, right? But
I mean, fair enough.
In any case, wait, what match do we have? Because like I wasn't told what match we have coming up.
I believe we have Orange Grand Finals first.
Orange Grand. Oh, okay. Wait. So who are these players? And I will judge them by purely their name and nothing else.
All right.
Well, because like, what else am I supposed to go off of, right? Like, it's not like I'm okay. We have Mr. T, who has a Among Us profile picture, and Ringst, Ringst. Is that how you're supposed to pronounce that? Like,
I'm probably gonna be saying it as Ringst.
Ringst. Okay, sure. I will follow suit then.
All right.
Okay. These are U rank players. They have sprint times that are about U rank, and notably, let's see. What I need to grasp at straws here. They have they actually have both the same rolling the snowman and lovers promise badge. They actually got the same score in both of them. Is that not crazy?
I think that's pretty crazy. Over wildly different conditions, they still managed to get the same thing.
Yeah. They're in sync. So we're in for a close match or something. I don't know if that says anything.
I mean, I wonder if we're gonna see any sussy board states from the person with the Among Us profile picture.
I mean, okay, like what do we consider a sussy board state exactly? Like, what's our metric there?
I think we're about to find out.
All right, sure. I'll keep my eyes peeled then. Let's see.
All right, so
this is a warm-up. Guys, can we stop like asking for warm-up? Can we just say no every single time? Like, I need to start like some kind of like you know how there were like those old ad campaigns that were like say no to drugs? We have to like start say no to warm-up.
Say no to warm-up. I mean, you did have the entire set to prepare. Is scouting that important?
Like, I don't know. And, like, if you're playing in such a way where your opponent could, like, determine anything about your play, isn't that just, like, suboptimal? Because you're showing your hand, right? Like, if you're letting them adjust to you. So,
perhaps.
Like, I don't think you really want to do that, right? It sounds bad. It just sounds bad. Like, do your warm-ups outside of the game, you know what I mean?
Makes sense.
Okay. In any case, this is the actual the round starting. Okay. Oh my god, we're in DT land.
The DT.
Wait, do the multiplier. Okay, wait.
Okay, they get it.
I forgot I'm not like co-streaming, so I can't like backseat super hard.
Oh my god.
Okay. Well, it's a good one. Okay.
Memory is crazy.
Ringst brought it home still, yeah. No, I have to like be all official and stuff on the official broadcast. It's like a little bit sad. Like
you are gonna see TKI into LST on both sides.
Let's see.
Gonna see them start to divert here.
I mean,
Ringst managed to keep back to back.
Ringst, the parity or the like stack, the height difference is really bad here. Using 2 T's on the left side. Now has so much cheese garbage to burn through. This looks like kind of a weird board state. Actually, good multiplier though. Sends 11 and it kills. It's a nice little find there.
Amazing find.
Yeah.
And this is actually gonna be a first to 9. Very interesting score here. Definitely gonna be outside the player's comfort zones, but they're gonna figure it out. Ringst unfortunately not able to make the 4 surge. But they still have a pretty decent
breaks at 3 is like a little bit of a tragedy. I think, okay, let's see. This
I think
looks
this
pretty
might
ranked
be
favored.
decided by who gets well access first.
Yeah.
And Mr. T just doesn't end up getting there, and Rinks takes her third round in a
Yeah,
row.
I was looking. The second Mr. T wastes that eyepiece there, like, it looks so hard to actually get value. Because even if you get a quad on your next eyepiece, even if you do get well access, it's still, like, you're down an eyepiece, so you're gonna get spiked a lot.
They're still, like, way out of cycle. We're gonna see Rinks stuck in 9-0, but they get both eyepieces exactly when they need it. Mr. T looking for the 4 surge, and they break it immediately.
Okay, is Rinks just, like, avoiding surge? Like, we're getting to 3 and then not doing anything afterwards?
I mean,
like,
it seems that they're trying to prioritize survival over everything else, but...
Yeah. The multipliers are good, though. I will say, like... Okay, hold on. So, like, not only is this DT cannon, but this is, like, vertical DT, so it's, like, particularly worse. Okay.
Ooh, 18 spike comes out from Mr. T. Rinks has a lot of material on the board, but it's gonna be a matter of
eyepiece waste is
accessing
so bad, yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, not able to...
Wasting an eyepiece there sucks. Okay.
Mr. T loves their C-spins. Rinks trying to start up an LST here. But just doesn't have the
forgoes the back-to-back for a multiplier combo. Sends a lot of clean over to Rinks' side, though. We're gonna see a really, really clean round here. Nice spike. Good surge break from Mr. T. That surge was only 4, but it was accompanied by a quad, so it actually had a lot of spiking power.
Yeah, one thing you notice is that it's not only the surge that matters. That follow-up matters more so. Because that's what's really going to determine the real kill power. And Mr. T showed an amazing example right there.
Alright, a few misdrops on Rinks' side. It's gonna have to get through these. Doesn't look to be any difficulty. Actually follows up with a nice little combo, T-spin double into quad there. This looks good. This looks really, really Rinks favored. Yeah. Takes the win.
And Rinks is maintaining almost 3 PPS.
Wait, that's 3? I didn't even notice. Wait, really?
Yeah, they were playing 2.83. They were playing super speedy. We're gonna see the DT come out again versus C-spin. Match was old as time.
Okay.
Rinks once again a little bit too high to be comfortable making the 4 surge.
Yeah, no eyepieces in Q2.
That means they have no defense for the subsequent damage.
Oh wait, there's a.
Gotta be close. They have the eyepiece.
It's good. It's good. It's good. Oh my God! He turned it around.
Mr. T could have gotten out of that, but they weren't ready for that J piece to lock.
Okay, can we stop with vertical DT? Like, it's really, really bad. I promise.
I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's definitely not worth trying to.
But it like is broke. You know what I mean? Like. If you look at it, it's broke. Like, I attribute that loss to... Maybe not... Okay, that one's just, like, DT in general, but... Like, you're doing the worst of the worst DTs. You know what I mean? Okay. Let's see.
Alright. We are going to see the 4 surge from Rinks this time. Find this STS
starting off with
a
really, really big offense. So, Mr. T being put on the back foot right off the bat. Oh, Mr. T has his EP's misdrop.
Mr. T.
And if not fixed properly, this could get pretty bad. Actually, it was fixed pretty well, but there's still a bit of cheese garbage underneath that has to be chewed through before any sort of counter offense starts.
As well. It's gonna be a pretty hard cycle, especially when Rinks is up here with this 4 surge.
I mean, these skims buy a little bit more time. Mr. T getting to the well. Stack is still kind of awkward, but Rinks being sent to the very top here, being put under pressure.
And they just end up running out of skims there.
You know, it's surprisingly close.
I wouldn't really say surprisingly.
I guess compared to like how it started is my sort of metric for comparison here.
That's entirely fair. But Rinks has a abysmal board state right now. But they are able to cycle the first IP, so they're gonna need a second one because Mr. T has a lot of pressure at their disposal right now.
Oh, building the T-spin without a T-piece. It's a classic mistake.
Happens to the
And
best of
Mr.
them.
T takes another one.
And a reminder that this is first to 9. So definitely different conditions in their usual Tetra League style. That plays into nerves. We're about to find out.
Nice double quad there.
And Mr. T is gonna get an amazing surge, and that's gonna be a 30 spike coming out. Ring's able to break that 4 on defense.
Wow, there's no out on Ring's side. All that clean garbage gets just spammed back at him. It's a really good counter spike from Mr. T there.
For sure. Gonna see the SDPC spin from Rings here, which is definitely gonna cut Mr. T's LST short.
Okay. It's an opener round. It's a 3 PPS opener round.
It is quite common. Gonna see another C spin
Okay.
versus
OP's
SDPC
misdrop
spin.
on ringside. This might just be death here.
It most
Yeah.
definitely is death. That OPs did end up blocking their only way out, and that's gonna be match point Mr. T.
Oh yeah, true. Wait, yeah, okay. It is first to 9. We've mentioned this like 4 times now, and I'm like, yo, yeah, it is first to 9.
Why we need the reminders.
Yeah. To everyone in the
This
audience,
is
this
forced
is
to-
in fact first to 9. Oh my god, though, the IP's
Oh, the
misdrop.
eyepiece misdrop!
Such a bad one to misdrop. That wasn't even a floor kick. That was just like a fumble.
Gonna see SCPC spin versus C spin once again. Mr. T's gonna choose to cancel as much as they can.
And I would like to remind everyone that this is a first to 9. Wait.
What's a concluding soon?
Rings!
But Rings
Oh my god. Wait.
ends up bringing this to a
It's
tiebreaker.
It's tiebreaker.
Both players wholesomely
Wait,
dropping
that's
the good luck
crazy.
in chat.
Oh my god, the double good luck on tiebreaker. Yeah. So 8 to 8, which means that one more brings either player to 9, which, in case you forgot, is the first 2 count.
So true. But we are gonna see quite the surge
Wait,
from Rings.
surge break?
But
wait,
amazing
Mr. T?
defense from
Okay.
Mr. T.
Mr. T needs to get down here. But Ringst is like kind of fumbling the bag here. Nice. Okay, never mind. It was a good
They
multiplier.
are able to access this well.
Mr. T
Mr. T
misdrops. Okay, just one
They
more
passed
line
the
for
ice
Ringst.
check
Oh my god,
there.
he sends it, and he sends it. And that's the set. GG.
And Rings is going to be your orange bracket champion. Congratulations.
Huge. Yeah. Oh, that misdrop on Mr. T's side was so tragic.
Yeah, it was.
Seem to be getting the short end of the misdrops.
It's so tragic because they passed the eye spin check, and especially in this like level of play, it's so common to see like players fail that, and even still, it wasn't.
Yeah.
enough. Wait, it's reset? Oh,
Wait, oh.
okay, it's reset. Ooh.
Oh, okay. Wait, I didn't even realize.
All right, Mr. T does have that safety net,
Okay.
and judging by how close that last one was, probably gonna see another one just like that. And of course, you gotta throw out that reminder that it is in fact first to 9, in case you forgot.
Uh-huh. Right. We're doing another first to 9.
All right. I think this is actually gonna be the first PCO we see in this entire matchup.
And it like did absolutely nothing. Like that was. Oh my god. Look at Mr. T's first column. Just 2 eyepieces stacked on top of each other. Building a tower.
I mean, sometimes
Oh my god,
that's
the
just the way
surge
to
rate
go.
though. Yeah. I mean, it kept back to back and then was able to bring it to a 4. I mean, a lot of these rounds feel like it is whoever gets to 4 surge just like has such a huge advantage over the opponent. Because if you send it off, it breaks your opponent's surge, and then You're now like just up 4 lines of cheese garbage.
Yeah, it's not necessarily a battle of maintenance, but a battle of obtaining the surge in the first place.
Yeah, and right as we say that, Ringst breaks a 4, or breaks a 3 back-to-back. Okay, Mr. T is at 4, immediately breaks it. And like, just look at that, as the prophecy foretold. Ringst does. So yeah, you gotta keep your eyes peeled out at that surge counter. The second you see 4, like, it's already such a huge advantage for the
That's quite the
player
move,
with it. Especially
proportionally here. And that's quite the float like from Ringst.
Ringst has made it to 4.
They have this continuation very labbed out. This is like the 3rd time we've seen them do that off that opener.
Yeah, might just win off of this actually.
Not quite. Mr. T does have a way out. They find it initially, even finding this T-spin in their bounce back.
Nice defense from Mr. T. Wait, it's really good. It's so good. Oh, the TP smash drop! Descended. Oh my god, no, it's not enough now. It's over.
It's starting to struggle with this down stack. But they're playing at extremely high APM. But if Mr. T is able to make it to this well, Ringst is not in a good spot to retaliate.
Nice, okay. Good offense at the end from Mr. T.
Mr. T taking 3 consecutive rounds. Ringst is gonna have to find a way to break this momentum somehow. It looks like Mr. T has locked in. We're gonna see that same follow-up once again. Stacking all the way up to a Trinity. Breaking it as soon as they can, but Mr. T's seen this song and dance before.
Okay. What is Ringst doing?
Trying to make it to their well, but their eyepiece is just too far out of cycle.
Okay. You remember when we talked about sus stacking? Like that, even though it's not Mr. T's side, like, you can't call that anything but sus, no.
I mean, maybe the profile picture was an omen. Maybe it's like a curse to the opponent.
Right. Like it's not actually, yeah. It's like a taunt almost, right? It's like it's calling you that.
We're about to see if Ringst is gonna let that slide.
Ringst entering 4 surge. We need to break this. Ringst, we need to break this. It's not worth dying for.
They are gonna break it.
I mean, if Ringst gets out of this, it's like really good, but just pressure out at the very end. And Mr. T is just sweeping. What is this?
I think this is a matter of download complete. Ringst is gonna have to undergo some major changes in extremely swift fashion if they want a chance to break.
This is like what Diao does. This is like what Diao does on like a U rank scale. Mr. T is the Diao of U rank.
You heard it here first.
Oh my god, wait, that continuation. Oh my god, no, they fumbled it. No! I was so excited when I saw Mr. T's board. But I mean, the board state is still very good here.
Really good.
Yeah.
Definitely not favorable for keeping back-to-back, but they're at least completely clean.
I mean, if you show me these two stacks and ask me who's gonna win, well, it would have been Mr. T until he placed that L piece, and now I'm not so sure anymore.
Yeah, playing so well for this long, I can only imagine how insane that tournament high is getting.
Okay, this looks good for Mr. T. This is like a really winning position for Mr. T. Ringst has like some very bad cheese. The RNG wasn't very nice to him either.
And they're gonna keep the back-to-back.
This looks like Mr. T's round. Nice.
That's exactly what it is. Which bracket is this? This is orange bracket. This is orange bracket grand finals, true finals. We see C-spin versus delayed C-spin. Ringst absolutely loves this opener. But right now, Mr. T is low enough in the board to where they really don't have to care about the follow-up that Ringst is threatening.
I don't know. This looks pretty threatening. It's a 7 surge with good follow-up here. Ringst just has to send off here. Gonna try and do it with a T-spin
Mr.
double.
T has enough defensive potential to be just
Oh,
fine.
wait, nice
and they're actually
defense.
going to be able to completely swing the game off of that tank.
Counter spike, and Mr. T still had 6 surge left in his pocket as well. It could have been even bigger if needed.
Are we going to see that DT from Rinks once again? Tanks the first, looking to find a counter spike, but they're not able to find the 4 surge on their way down. Which is going to give Mr. T the advantage in pure potential.
Mr. T is going to bring this to 4 in a second. All right, is that 4? Is that 4?
And that's a really good break from Mr. T.
Is real. Oh my god, such a good spike for Mr. T.
Impressive 145 APM.
Wait, are we about to see a sweep?
This is sweep pays match point.
No way, no way.
Rinks
you gotta
in the most
lock in.
precarious position possible.
Okay, wait, Mr. T's choking. Mr. T is choking the entire thing here. Never mind, it's fixed. It's not bad.
Early.
Wait. Rinks stack. Okay, combos through it. It's not bad.
Surge rate comes
has
out
a little bit
ring.
of a weird 8-1 going on. Alright, Mr. T gets some cheese onto Rinks' board, so the Rinks is gonna have to work really hard to actually get well access here and start playing the game again.
So much cheese. There's not even a well for them to access. They're gonna have to go for pure efficiency, and by their track record of covering well a lot, it's gonna be tough. Especially when the damage from Mr. T is relentless. That's gonna be it.
Oh my god. Bracket reset
Mr. T
into sweep.
Locked in for reset, absolutely. And now we have crowned your orange bracket champion.
That's crazy things happening. Wow. Wait, what did I just watch? Well, congratulations to Mr. T. You had me in the first half. You did have me in the first half.
I wonder how the predictions went.
Wait, are there predictions? Wait, where?
I don't actually see what the result is, but if anybody who was part of that prediction can give me the rundown.
Wait, oh,
I'm
like
quite
Twitch?
curious. Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, well, I think it ended because I can't.
Okay, Agar won the points, apparently.
Wait.
Yeah, it seemed that the people really believed in Rinks to take that matchup.
Well, I mean, like, Rinks was, like, just completely smurfing it until, until the second set rolled around, and then the guy just, like, kind of flopped.
I mean, sometimes
meanwhile-
it happens. Like,
Yeah,
that's why
yeah.
reset is such an important cushion. Not only because, of course, that's an entire extra wall to cross, but that's even more of a mental barrier than anything.
Yeah. Mr. T also played a lot better, just generally. Like, I think that Rinks played a lot worse, and Mr. T played a lot better, so there's kind of the pull and push in there.
Definitely well said. If there's anything specific, it's definitely like the well coverage from Rinks there. Because there's a lot of times where it's like they had a really nice out, and then unfortunately it's just the wrong placement at the wrong time. And
Yeah,
Mr. T
yeah.
had a really nice follow-up at almost all times.
And just also even, like, sending clean and having it be, like, insta-punished, right? Gets bad. Mr. T was really good at, like, using those sort of, strong, high-pressure, openers that Mr. T was using. Or not Mr. T, that Rinks was using, and then, just sending a counter spike, because, I mean, like, almost every single round was win by counter spike. There weren't very many where, Mr. T was taking the initiative in the start.
And that's that. We are going to be moving back to our pink bracket. Our matchup is Vince versus Applejack.
Alright, Kuro versus Vince. I mean, this historically has been a very, very Kuro-sided matchup. Sort of the way that Vince loses is if you just, like, send a lot really, really fast, and he can get overwhelmed and he's not able to, like, freely build up back-to-back as he'd like, right?
Yeah, 'cause
So,
Vince definitely loves those surges.
yeah. I mean, the win con for Kuro is very simple. It's a comfortable win con for Kuro as well, which is to just, like, play very fast, send a lot of pressure, and try and close out the game.
As good as it sounds on paper, it's definitely an easier said than done scenario. Because after all, this is
Yeah.
still Vince.
And if you slack just a little bit, like, you're gonna look over to Vince's board, and there's gonna be a big
And they're gonna
20
be like
there.
20, yeah.
So, let's see it.
Let's see, SCPC's from Kuro. And Vince is actually gonna wait to tank and break that surge immediately. But Kuro doesn't have to worry about it at all.
Alright. Both players actually opting for short surges at the start here. There's gonna be both players kind of keeping each other in check, making sure that neither of them get to a high surge count. And now it looks like Kuro breaks first. Vince follows shortly behind with a really nice down stack combo. Alright. And actually, Vince is employing a very different strategy than what we normally see from him here, with a lot of short surges coming out. Trying to actually match in pressure a little bit.
Definitely good to test the waters in the earlier matchups.
Oh,
and
the
oh
TST
my
tower?
goodness, the TST tower comes out from Vince.
Wait, and the break at the end?
Break the
Does it
surge.
spike out? Oh my god! Oh, that was
And that's
perfect.
an
Oh, that
amazing
was
follow-up.
beautiful. And that was the warm-up. Guys, can we stop doing warm-ups? Like, what is
Oh
this?
my god.
Like,
I mean, they
I can't
took it
believe
in
I'm getting hyped over
spectacular
a
fashion.
warm-up, man.
I mean, it's a good premonition of what's to come. It's not the end of the world.
Nah. Vince showed his hand. That was like cool little surprise TST tower, and it's no longer a surprise now. Like, nah.
I mean, they may have showed their hand, but that's a lot of cards to keep track of.
Maybe. I don't know. I think it was too cool to use in the warm up. Personally, it's that best of crowd pleaser for the spectators.
But Kuro gets an amazing well here, but unfortunately the rest of their queue just isn't agreeing with their down stack. But even still, they're gonna get to a relatively clean position.
Okay. I mean, even though Vince is behind in Surge, this stack looks pretty good for Vince. Breaks off there, forces a break from Kuro. And now we're seeing, actually, Kuro has such a huge clean well, followed by some cheese garbage, so the amount of offense is a bit limited. As we reach the cheese, and it looks like too much, Vince is able to just, like, send a small amount of pressure. It wasn't even that much, and it's enough to force Kuro out.
Yeah, those mini surges are really coming to bite Kuro when they actually have to deal with that resulting cheese.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty interested in this switch up from Vince, because going into this match, I would have thought that Vince would play how he usually plays, but we're seeing a pretty big adaptation here, with way more short surges than what
And
we're
speaking of
used
pretty
to.
big, the APM coming out from Kuro right now, just casually building that 18 surge in
but the nice
20
little
seconds.
down stack spike from Vince takes a second round. It's
Very
actually
impressive.
a very intelligent playstyle adaptation from Vince. I'm a fan of it.
I'm very interested to see how Kuro reverse adapts from this. Because they definitely weren't going into this matchup expecting Vince to start mini surging.
And now we see it's actually Kuro who's the one chain building, but forced to break off due to Vince's spike.
And they're thinking a little bit
Doesn't
too
quite know
hard,
what to
allowing
do.
Vince to just build more pressure.
Okay, no, it's
But
good.
Vince
Nice
is dealing with
defense, nice
mid-props
defense.
too.
The burst has begun, big spike at the end, and we're on the map. Kuro takes a round.
Absolutely insane speed there from Kuro. They just hit the jets for that whole round, and they're gonna continue that into this one. Oh, they see the C-spin, and they're not gonna send even more clean to it. But their next pick
And
is
now
pretty
we're
much
getting into the
poor.
mind games. Neither player wants to send
The
clean
problem
garbage
here
to
is
the
that
opponent.
Vince just has more stall, but they're just gonna choose against
Vince
it.
starts the burst here, and actually decides to send it as clean. I don't agree with Vince's. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't agree with Vince's decision there to start bursting.
Yeah, Vince
I
just
think
had
that
like
maybe a
objectively
combo
more
at the
stall
end or
material.
something would have been better. Not even just like stalling. If you want to burst, like you should upstack there rather than send off the clean. Because I mean, you're playing into Kuro's hand. There's a reason you're stalling in the first place, right?
For sure, for sure. But Vince is gonna find this TST boomeranging into the single on the other side. And Kuro has a very interesting garbage pattern down here that they make very quick work of.
Yeah, but even though Kuro downstacked that fast, the problem is that it didn't hold back-to-back throughout it. And because of the break, Kuro's going to be behind on back-to-back. Is able to defend against Vince's surge, but...
They're behind on back-to-back,
still-
but they are certainly not in board state in overall material.
Let's see. Okay, actually, oh, the miss drops on Crow's side though.
And that's at a really bad time when Vince is in prime spiking position.
Vince
Vince
takes
wins
the
that
set,
lead right
or the
back.
round, not the
Oh my
set.
gosh.
Okay, not the set. It is a first to 11, not a first to 3. Right.
Might have to start doing those reminders again.
Yeah. Like I have memory loss issues. I need constant reminder.
But that was a really nice punish from Vince there. Crow just didn't have too much instant cancel at the ready. And, oh, what
Alright.
is this opener from Kuro? Oh, it's just a very delayed, SDPC
Yeah, like
start.
you think it's something unique and it's just SDPC.
I mean, if anybody's really screen watching at this level, then it's definitely gonna throw them in for a loop. But Vince has so much clean at the ready.
Such a huge
Kuro
burst.
down
Such a
stacks their
huge burst
entire
from Kuro.
board. But now Vince is having to deal with all this cheese,
my
and
God,
Kuro
wait,
is still completely
If you look at
clean.
Kuro's board that set, this guy just went like demon mode for a short amount of time. Just so fast burst and all back to back, pure back
Like,
to
Kuro
back.
just has his 5.5 burst at the ready at any given moment. That's just terrifying to be on the receiving end of.
Yeah, and I mean, like, that's definitely how you beat Vince as a, as Vince is sort of a slower player compared to what you typically see in this high level of
At this
tournament
level of
play. Which is
And, oh
interesting because
my-
once upon a time, oh my god, oh.
Those misdrops from Vince.
Wait,
and
the
fine
S-spin,
over
the
endless.
S-spin! Wow, okay.
But then they immediately misdrop the
I
S
mean,
piece afterwards. But luckily
still
for them,
looks
Kuro
bad,
doesn't have the
yeah.
pressure at the moment to secure a kill. And we're gonna be back into pretty much neutral, but Vince is taking a little bit too long to think. They're in a very precarious situation, especially after this misdraw. But after all, it is still Vince, so they're gonna be fine on the survival.
This looks really sketchy from Vince. Like, we're building T-spin triples with a T-piece overhang. And then building a T-spin double afterwards. I mean, like, somehow it works, but that looks suboptimal. That can't be optimal. Okay, Vince at a 10 surge. Notably, Kuro had to break, but Vince still held on. But a misdrop is gonna have to force Vince off of it, and some more misdrops at the end to really make sure that Vince doesn't continue his offense.
Yeah, that misdrop was very unfortunate on Vince's side because they had so much potential to get a follow-up kill. But oh my goodness,
the
this
TST
TST tower
tower?
with the waste T, and they're gonna get away with it. Kuro now having to
Like,
deal
we
with the
can't
HM
keep
loop.
doing this, Vince. We just can't, man. Like, we're
I mean,
building
it's been years at this
TST
point. How
tower
often
waste team.
has the community saying you can't keep getting away with this? And yet here they are, still getting away with it. And now Kuro is not
but
able
he
to
won
cycle
the
their IQ
round.
smoothly.
He won the round. It's like, what is going on? How does Vince get it? Guys, can we punish Vince somehow? Like, please?
I mean, they were
We
playing
can't be
fast
building
for
like
that round, so like, even still, it's not much that Kuro can do. Just having to downstack cheese constantly and still deal with Vince pressure at the speed advantage.
The Vince factor.
The Vince factor is so real.
Nice.
And now Kuro's gonna be
forecast,
stuck in this
too.
9-0. But even still, they're gonna make it out just fine. But Vince has a lot more material at the ready. Able to make it to this
mean,
4th urge.
This looks really Vince favored. Misdrop on
It looks
Kuro's side doesn't
extremely
have any
Vince
defense,
favored.
breaks the surge, but Vince doesn't even need to have Pop Ez to win. Just ends that on a 12 surge.
And this is definitely one of those moments of that initial game plan is easier said than done because Kuro has been doing a very nice job of just having consistent pressure. But once again, Vince is still Vince and it's just a tough task either way. And oh my goodness, Vince gets like the garbage of all time to allow them to get that TSD. Doesn't have to sacrifice their board state in the slightest.
Alright, so nice little extra spins here to add extra points of surge. You can tell just because Vince is doing those like tiny little spins like that I spin in between the T spins and quads, you can tell that these just like add up to such a big surge advantage. And so both players were chaining for a similar amount of time at a similar speed, except Vince came out of it with like a 3 more surge than Kuro did.
Definitely, but now Kuro is on the surge advantage. They're gonna break with the 30 spike. but Vince had the defense in the moment, and Kuro's misdrops are coming back to bite them. They don't have the
Wow,
combo
another
well.
finish where Vince ends on a bunch of surge. That's crazy.
Like, they just have that insurance just in case they need it.
Yeah, but didn't even need it.
And ooh, that L piece misdrop is not something that Vince wants to see, and that's gonna be a quick end in Kuro's favor. SDPC spin comes out from Kuro. And they're gonna burst this follow-up at 5 PPS. Look at this 6-3. This is exactly what the game plan is, but Vince is actually gonna take this a lot slower than usual.
Yeah,
Prioritizing
Vince
their
playing it
defense above all
slow,
else.
making sure that he tanks it up here. Nice counter spike.
And Kuro just
takes the
wasn't
round.
ready.
Yeah, Kuro's playing a lot of these rounds like really recklessly. Just open sending too much clean garbage, and Vince is happy to counter it.
Like, this is definitely a moment of, yeah, it is a very large hand to keep track of.
Oh, nice spike. Really good timing.
But
on
Kuro
the
had
spike,
the
too, from
initial
Vince.
surge break.
Yeah.
And Vince didn't
Wow.
actually have the follow-up pressure. I think Kuro might have had it out there. But unfortunately,
Yeah,
this
but
plays
it was a
little
good
bit-
call because it takes like a lot of actually good foresight to be able to full send that, because your board is just in such a bad spot. If you full send that, you all in and it doesn't actually kill, because
Oh, for
you're bound to get counter spiked there. And Vince just like without hesitation went all in on that. Made a
In
huge
some
bet and it paid
scenarios,
off.
It's good to just, like, keep whatever material you have and just go next interaction, but Vince is definitely good at identifying when that's not the play.
Yeah, increasingly
It
that
opens
becomes
players
a
to be
factor
clear at
that
the same time.
decides games, is just having that sort of sense for it. Nice little all spin chaining here from Vince. Breaks it at 11. Big spike
That's gonna
and
be a
takes it around.
35. And this is match point Vince. Now Kuro is pretty much gonna have to sweep an entire Tetra League set in order to take this here.
Let's see.
We're
Alright,
gonna see Kuro play the 6-3 a lot more carefully than normally.
Yeah. Yeah, Kuro's choosing now to change the approach to the game, which might be too late. Like, I actually
Better
do
late
agree
than
with
never.
this switch up, but I don't know. It feels like it's a bit too late to actually try it, but might take the round just off of Vince's misdrops here if Vince doesn't fix it up fast. But fix it up fast, he does. My God.
Oh my gosh. From the top to bottom in a nanosecond.
That might be it. Yeah, that's Kuro's
26
opportunity
by-
extinguished immediately, and Vince is gonna take the round 11-4. GG. It's a very convincing
played
win.
there. Like, I think it's very surprising because, like, Kuro did not even, like, play that poorly there. Like, the amount of pressure they just were able to raw send was insane, but Vince was just able to.
I'd actually
change
argue
plays
differently.
whenever
I
they
think
wanted.
that I think that if Kuro started to play a little bit more carefully just sooner, and adapted sooner, I think that Kuro would have
yeah.
stood way more of a chance. Because
The
I mean,
sooner
if you looked at the
adaptation would have
gameplay,
definitely been well for them.
yeah, like just being that reckless and sending off like T-spin double quad into Vince tanking and sending it back, like it lost too many rounds before the bleeding stopped. So yeah, I would have I would have liked to see that happen sooner, in my opinion. I think that would have raised the chances quite a bit.
But now we're going into Gohan versus Turtle. These are two
Alright.
players I know you specifically really want to see throw down.
Yeah. Turtle is my favorite player, and Gohan is like an inconsistent one. I was talking to Amber earlier, and he was saying that like Gohan will just always have the possibility of losing, and like it makes sense if you've been following Gohan for long enough, because this guy will just sometimes lose. Like there will just be, like this guy will win a set against Diao, and then lose against someone he has no business losing to. So I don't know, like this guy just has the choke factor in him. But if he's not
I mean,
choking, this
there
guy's
are-
a demon.
There are a lot of factors, and at this level of play, it's any kind of micro difference could really change a lot in your game plan. But oh my, that is a
stop the warm up.
Immediately. Setting
the
so
warm
fast
up.
that the spike counter doesn't even get reset. But Turtle's in a pretty nice 7-2 here. But it doesn't even matter, that surge break from Gohan was just too good.
Alright. Let's see it. By the way, I know both of these players sometimes, especially Turtle, puts the stream on in the background while they're playing. So, Turtle, if you're hearing me right now, you need to lock in. You can't have the stream open. You need to lock in. Understood?
This might be the most
this guy's still in the viewer list.
Yeah.
This guy's still in the viewer list, man. Like, can we just... My god, okay. Let's see. Some nice all spins coming from Turtle here. It's gonna be the first to reach Surge. Brings it to an 8.
Making it to the cheese and just not carrying, and still keeping the back-to-back is just so good, but they're gonna have to go down eventually. But Turtle just doesn't have the sequence that they need. And that efficiency
nice
that
turnaround
Gohan
from
terrified is so
Gohan.
nice.
Both of these players are actually somewhat similar, in that they really like doing these sort of like all spin, T-spin sort of solutions. They're the two players that I see doing those kinds of things the most, and they're pretty efficient. So I think that in some time every player will catch on more or less, but as of right now, these players are the ones who spam it the most. You can see there with Gohan, you just did that S-spin into T-spin double, and when you do them on the combo, it sends a multiplier attack. So they're really, really nice ways to add some extra APM to your stacking, to squeeze more out of your line clears.
And we saw the fruits of that effort pay off just there in that round. That APM was just going too crazy. And that's a lot of cheese on
Turtle
Gohan.
stack is way better, yeah.
Even Gohan can make it out of this situation.
Nice
As
down
I see
stack,
that
nice
what a
defense.
multiplier, but they're gonna have to try and rely on it again when this 9-0 stack. But luckily for them, Turtle ends up doing a lot of misdrops, and it will be fatal.
The Gohan defense was crazy there. It's like I was watching Shark for a second.
I can't believe this redeem is a thing still. Unless I get instructions, I'm just going to elect to ignore it. And Gohan is going to be up on the surge pacing here. And amazing offense to keep their material, but they are going to get punished for it.
You can see there, Gohan holds, and then immediately after pressing hold, gets hit by the surge, and is on a piece that is forced to tank. Loses the round off of that.
C-spin versus SCP C-spin. And Gohan with this, like, mech heart-esque, like, all-spin solutions every single time will never cease to, like, make me laugh.
yeah, those heart-shaped stacking. Alright, Turtle taking another round. We're over to 2 and 3.
Turtle's starting to build some momentum here. But I think Gohan's speed counter just flashed 6 for a second. That's absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, pretty big speed gap. I think Turtle just needs to play faster as well. Because, like, if you look at how Gohan is playing, this guy is just, like, speeding through everything.
Definitely striding incarnate.
Like, that's so greedy. We're building a T-spin double that high up. Like, really? And it's working. It's working really well.
Because it's not
There's
only
like
that they're just
PPS
fast.
gap.
They also just have
okay, well,
such nice vision
you
on
go too
increasing
fast
that
and
surge.
you trip over yourself. Yeah. Like, we're just talking
Gotta
about
take
how
those
Gohan
turns
is
as
playing
taking
so
surge.
fast the entire way, and then just he hard drops 2 pieces without moving them for fun.
Comical banana peel placement. And Turtle's gonna have a lot of all spins here to increase their surge at maximum pace. And Gohan, being forced to waste their eye on the down stack, is just gonna allow Turtle to take that round and take this lead. Turtle has a fractal. They're gonna
Good
choose to
wait from
accept.
Turtle. Oh, we
Really
need
nice
to get to the
bait.
garbage though. Okay.
Yeah, they're
Wait.
gonna send that Force Surge immediately, not taking any chances against the Gohan pressure that is to come.
It's
Gohan
good
has
for
a nice
Turtle,
follow-up.
I think. I think as long as we play this correctly, this is really good for Turtle. This arrangement. Oh, but Gohan keeps up some really nice pressure, making sure that Turtle can't get to the position that he needs to spike that.
The fact that Gohan breaks their surge and then within like 5 seconds they're back at another 11 is just so insane to think about. But Turtle's managing
Yeah.
very well.
I do think that Gohan is kind of the person for that. Like, just for like really, really fast-paced surge over and over again. Because there's no one like this fast with this level of chain building ability. It's like if you combined West L with like Vince or Akuma or something.
And Turtle is gonna get that skim to counter for. Very important for that cancel. Don't want to get sent up too high. And both players in relatively even positions in terms of their damage potential.
Oh, the
But
Z
then
piece
that
misdrop on
happened
Gohan's
from
side.
Gohan. But that
it's
all
gonna-
spin swap just happened in the blink of an eye.
I was gonna say it's gonna put him behind, but like Turtle didn't really capitalize on that. It did feel like an opportunity, but an opportunity not taken at that.
I mean, when these windows are only open for like a fraction of a second, it's not the easiest thing to just capitalize on sight.
Oh, nice spike though, and Turtle's gonna take a round.
Yeah, the thing about sacking this fast and flying so high is that you can definitely develop an Icarus complex, and that is kind of what we're seeing from Gohan here. A
Well,
lot of the
like
time, their greed is their downfall.
that to be said, like you kind of have to greed. Like, if greed is winning, like, let's say 70% of the time, like it's still pretty good to go for. So it can be like a calculated greed that you sometimes die to.
Offense by gambling.
All right.
And Gohan's gonna
Yeah.
misdrop this O piece here, but they're just not even gonna care.
Yeah, the surge breaks at an unfortunate time though. I think that if Gohan didn't misdrop that, it could turn into like it could snowball into a full round win with how well it was going there with the stack.
Potentially, but Turtle's gonna end up surviving another interaction. And they are actually taking this really slow. We're seeing some very calculated hesitations from Turtle. And it pays off really well. And they are running away with this momentum. And we are gonna see that C-spin into mech shape from Gohan. Getting that surge built up really quickly. But Turtle is not too far behind. They are going to be forced to waste an eye here at what doesn't look like the best time.
Okay, Turtle
There's
breaks
Earth
first, but Gohan misdrops, forces him to break as well, and I mean that misdrop is just deciding the game again. We're seeing Gohan just die to misdrop like 5 times in a row.
Yeah, that comment earlier about how Gohan could just lose any matchup could be coming through here. But of course, there is
Yeah.
still a decent bit of leeway.
I
that
mean,
they
like
have to
sometimes
move
this
back.
guy just loses. I'm holding out for a top player who's consistent.
I mean, look at the things you have to do at this level. It's pretty hard to just assume that a consistent player will come eventually. But
Yeah,
we
no,
can
no,
only
no, no.
hope.
You can just be consistent. You can just be consistent. It's that simple.
just nah, you'd win.
Yeah.
And that's an amazing counter 4 from Turtle there. I think they were thinking about a float.
The stack feels
Gohan
so
trying to
awkward
find
on
these awesome
Turtle side
solutions.
here, though. Oh,
Yeah.
did he greeds it? Yeah. Now, Turtle had a kind of awkward stack, but decided to kick the can down the road instead of addressing it and keep going for back-to-backs. And that ended up killing him there.
Yeah, just not a decision that they were allowed to make in the moment. And it... Ooh! Very nice punish by Turtle there. That T-Piece misthrow from Gohan is just gonna immediately seal the fate. But I think the interesting thing about how Gohan stacks specifically is that they can go for literally any all-spin, even if they don't have the piece, but they still cycle to it in about 2 seconds time, so either way, it's not going to matter that much. We're going to see Turtle with an insane surge lead here, and a lot of material, gonna cascade it all down in a massive 40. And they're going to keep running away with this momentum.
Alright. Turtle, oh, that mid drop, forced to use the T-piece for the overhang. I think this looks really, really bad. And while fixing that, Gohan's able to build up such a big surge advantage.
Oh no!
And now, Turtle being put on the back foot in a very, very major way here. But Gohan sends off the surge, Turtle's able to get some good defense in. Start sending that counter spike.
These drops from Gohan aren't looking good, but what a down stack. Gonna make it all the way to the bottom, and now Turtle's gonna be the one on the back foot here.
Gohan takes the round.
Like, it was very impressive, the survival from Turtle, despite, like, the amount of unfortunate circumstances they were being put in. But it just happened one too many times. And now Gohan's in pristine condition, but not able to really access their well anytime soon.
Good down stack combo from Turtle here. Needs to try and turn this into an offensive. Needs to kill off of this. Oh, but just barely doesn't find the kill.
Easier said
than
done.
Gohan's almost home free. Needs to get to that I piece.
With that S piece misdraw. And that's gonna be match
Turtle to match point. Wow.
This upset is looking extremely possible. Gohan's gonna have to lock in trademark if they want to try and take this back. And they are going to completely abuse the mech shape here to just keep building that surge, but Turtle's just not that far behind. Turtle's going to break first.
Alright.
But Gohan has so much potential on offense.
Oh!
Oh, the all clear comes out from Gohan!
Turtle also misdrops a little bit there, but seems to be pretty smoothly dealt with. Alright, Gohan needs to address this cheese garbage fast. Misdrops the Z piece. Solved it decently, but there's still quite a bit of cheese to go, and the pattern is just kind of bad here. All Turtle needs to do is start sitting the pressure, but really nice down stack.
Multiplier quad.
Such a great down stack from Gohan there.
Absolutely legendary find, but of course that pressure is not over yet.
Oh, the spike comes over.
Turtle was man-made.
Ladies and gentlemen, we might have seen TL Gohan for one round there.
Oh my gosh. The slander will just not cease.
Oh, and it was only one round.
In the mech shape for a little too long there. And Turtle just took immediate advantage, securing that set.
Alright. GG.
Looking at, like, the stat comparison there, they were, like, so close. 1600, 997, and then 1598, 996. Like, for the stats being that close, it was quite the convincing win.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, it just looked like there were so many crucial moments where Gohan just completely misdropped and lost the round because of it. Like, there's just a lot of really poorly timed misdrops at that, right?
Yeah. Sometimes that is gonna happen. There are definitely a multitude of factors that can go into that. It could be tournament nerds. They just could have no sleep, because that is kind of a common theme among top players.
Oh yeah. For both of them. Okay, is Diao, did Diao change his profile to a rice cooker? Am I seeing that correctly?
I think so. I think that's exactly what that is.
It wasn't like that earlier this tournament, right?
But ladies and gentlemen, this is the matchup. This is Diao versus Westall.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is a fan favorite for just about any event these players are in.
Okay, and as the leading expert in spectating Diao versus Westall, this all comes down to high roll or low roll Westall. Okay, you can high roll Westall or you can low roll Westall, and you'll be able to tell. Like, it'll only take like 3 rounds to be able to tell which one you got. And if you get Nat 20 Westall, like, this guy is just completely demon mode. But If you don't, it's not gonna be looking good for this one against the current reigning champion, Diao.
And we're about to find out, but the interesting thing here is that this is not a grand finals to reset situation. So if Westall does end up high rolling, they don't have to worry about immediately keeping that. Which is
Wait,
definitely
this is
something
losers? Wait, hold on. Who did Diao
No,
lose to?
the losers is definitely a typo. Because the last one was
Okay, I was gonna say, who did Diao lose to? Okay.
I'll check the bracket right now for updated information.
Okay, it's winners finals. Okay,
Yeah.
I see. That makes more sense.
It is winners
Yeah.
finals.
Uh-huh. I mean, I think that, like, I don't know, Diao occasionally trolls, but if this guy locks in, like, he is so far ahead of any other Tetrio player. Like, it's not even close.
Also, this is a warm-up.
Okay.
I just want you to know that if you were
they
to direct your attention
warmed
at
up.
the game chat, your hatred for warm-ups has spawned a new copy pasta, and I want you to know that it's entirely your fault.
Oh no, it's not new. It's not new. This
Oh,
has
it's
been
not?
a running thing. Yeah.
Okay. But
Yeah,
yeah,
this certainly has been a running gag. All right. Get to it.
And after this is done, I guess we could do the make the commentator say something redeems. I've been kind of
All
stalling
right.
those, but we should get those done eventually. But first,
Yeah.
Westall versus Diao. Combatants are
Yeah,
locked
let's
in.
observe what role we got Westell on. I'll be trying to discern what role it is.
And we are going to
So
see
far,
that
this is
trademark
pretty
Westall
standard
speed.
Westell though. Yeah, the Westell
Diao's actually taking
LXT
it slower than normal.
slower than normal. Did you say Diao was or Westell was? 'Cause
Diao is.
That's okay. I was gonna say if we're calling 5 PPS
No.
Westell slow, okay.
Westall is playing
I'm
at their
with that.
usual Westall speed. But Diao has a
Right,
pretty nice
yeah,
surge
yeah.
here. They're going to break it, sending a
Nice
34
spike.
that
Oh my
Westall was
god.
not ready for.
Yeah. I don't know. That that felt like not a very high roll Westell. Like after he broke out of the LST itself wasn't even that good, to be honest. That was like rolling a like
Now, dude.
10 Westell.
And unfortunately, it's followed up by Diao rolling a nat 1 on those misdrops. But Diao is going to go back into
only
that neutral
Westell's the
LSP.
only one that gets rolls. No one else gets rolls.
Okay, my bad. I should have known.
That's the rule.
Listen,
It's a
I didn't make the
specialty.
game. I didn't make the rules.
That
looked
True.
like
It's
another
like an
high roll
actually
round from
official.
I can't wait for the character system to come out, but just for Westall.
Westell gets the dice character, the D20 character. Oh my god,
Oh
the
my gosh, that
misdrop!
TSS forecast from Diao there looks really
Eyepiece
nice.
in the middle of the stack type misdrop. Oh
And
my
Westall's
god,
gonna
we're
be
wasting
forced to
every
use eye
eyepiece.
flat there. But even still, Diao just doesn't have the
Oh.
pressure at the moment, and those continued misdrops is going to allow Westall to get the momentum that they need.
Okay, wait. Diao actually, like, Diao kind of sold that, no? Like, that didn't look like the kind of thing that would kill Diao. Like, I've seen enough Diao games to know that something fishy was going on there. I don't know what.
I mean, when you look at the board state that Diao was just in, it looks a little bit more plausible. Once again, a lot of factors that can go into any of these kills at any moment. But Westall right now is at an insane surge lead, but Diao has a lot of possible pressure.
This is so greedy for Westell. Oh
yeah, and
my
they're
god, does Green
immediately
get punished?
punished. They have the first eyepiece,
Is
but
there
it's just
justice
not
in the
enough
world?
to
There
downtrack.
is. Okay. The world is just.
Of course
Like the
there's
second I
justice.
start seeing Westell going for that T-spin double, like it's just not legal.
Listen,
If he gets away
we
with
see
that,
Diao-
there's nothing holy in the world.
If you see sub 4 PPS Diao, you have to be scared of the timing that they're capable of, because you know that they can just hit the jets on a dime.
Oh, TP's misdrop on Westell's side. Gonna be forced on the defense really fast. This is looking pretty bad for Westell.
It's
I'm
not
not gonna
looking
lie.
that bad. They have a lot of pressure at their disposal, but they are at the immediate surge disadvantage. But those misdrops aren't looking good for the follow-up. But they just get every piece that they need there. Maybe there's not justice in the world. Diao's not in a good spot, but they have the initial down stack.
Alright. Westel getting up to an 8 surge. This is where Westel has to start pushing it. Oh my god, the
misdrop from Diao.
Missed the well by 1 column, and Westel takes the round. Okay,
It
this
truly
is
does
actually a
happen to the
Westel
best
high
players.
roll. This is just Diao, like, selling rounds for fun.
This is not a Diao low roll. Diao is not allowed to roll.
Yeah. To be clear, not a roll. They're misdrops, but it's not a low roll, because that's, like, not a part of his character description. It's a troll,
Very
not a
impressive defense
roll.
from Diao, and in doing so, they managed to keep a lot of their material for this upcoming defense.
Alright,
Well,
nice
have to
down
cast
stack
through a
combo
lot of their
from
material here, and that
Westel,
misdrop
but
afterwards.
doesn't force Diao to break, notably. You can see
but
Westel
Diao's
put
gonna
all
break
his
right
hopes
now.
into trying to force Diao to break, but that multiplier combo wasn't enough, and Diao was just able to keep going unbothered.
Oh, for sure. Like, sending all of your material to misdrop is just such a scary moment. Because if you miss, your opponent just has that much more clean to just counter spike you to heaven with.
Alright, I
Yeah,
like
Diao
the
gets
stack that
mid-drop
Westel is
here.
on. This is Westel comfort zone. If Westel doesn't win this round, then he's not winning the set. Like,
I mean, Diao's trying to keep their options open, but that L-piece misdrop's gonna guarantee their loss.
Okay. Yeah, no, the second I see Westel on that surge advantage and that stack, like, you have to, like, that you have to roll, like, under a 3 as a Westel to lose that.
I mean, still, you say it as if it's absolute fact. You can't count anything out. Like, when the pace of the game is this volatile, anything can happen. We've seen it time and time again, even today.
Not
And
at all.
Diao is going to be
confident in my
forced to break the
calls.
surge here. And we're gonna see pretty even board states in terms of damage potential. Diao is gonna be forced into an 8-1, but not for very long. Vessel's keeping their well access, but Diao just has such a nice board state at the moment.
Westel's actually, like, playing pretty cautiously here, not trying to greed too hard. Got the fear of God put into him too many times this set.
And we might see that again because Diao is at an extreme surge advantage, and they have the board state to hold this for at least another 3 back-to-back. They break, they have a decent follow-up, and surge, and Westel does not have the down stack.
Westel played that round too respectfully, man. Like, needs
Are
to
you saying that we need more
disrespect Diao a little bit.
disrespect from- Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Just 6 PPS 9 win is how you should do it.
I mean,
Like,
that's
look
what
at
they're
this,
doing
look at
right
this.
now. They're actually
5.7.
checking Diao on the LST, and they're gonna find an amazing incomplete TST.
Oh no!
But yeah,
we
the
threw.
follow-up wasn't good, and Diao was able to completely halt the momentum in its tracks and bring this to a tie game at 5.
Oh my god, Westel starting with misdrops again.
Yeah, but starting with misdrops isn't that bad. You have plenty of time to get out of here. And that's what we're seeing
Especially
right
with
now.
all
They're gonna
spins,
down
it's
back
not
the bottom of their
terrible.
board.
Yeah.
Diao ended up misdropping an IP, so they're gonna be out of cycle.
Oh
but
my
not clear
god,
one
the
after the count of
misdrops on
fours.
Westel's side were even worse though.
But Westel has plenty of time still, but ooh, very nice surge break from Diao.
Alright.
Diao playing hyper aware.
We've seen too many low rolls. Let's get above average rolls only.
Oh my god. Reducing every interaction to rolls is kind of crazy.
It's true, it's true. See, look. He just plays 5.7, sends off a fucking crazy surge at a good time.
Alright.
Brings
For
us up to
hypothetical
6-6.
sake, we're about to see who's gonna win the Tetra League round. This would be a tiebreaker.
Let's see who would have won the TL round is crazy. Alright, wait, it's good. It's looking good for Westel. Like,
Yeah,
Diao
and
needs
Diao's
to
gonna be
try and
forced to
figure out
break early.
something here to break him. Okay. Diao did do what was necessary there. I was gonna say, if
And
you
now
let
Diao's
Westel
an
run away with this
extreme
one, it's
advantage.
GG.
Westel doesn't have the cycle
Oh,
pace that they
Westel,
need.
the Westel.
And you're
oh.
actually gonna be forced to put that wall down. And even though they were able to cascade down their entire board, it just didn't matter in the moment. Too much damage. And well, look at that. Diao won the Tetra League set. You're gonna see the PC no from Westall. It's very nice to see how this opener really infiltrated like every single player echelon. And it is gonna work out really well for them. And this game's just been
down
really
to
close.
yeah, pretty close. We're down to a first to 4 now, with the score being 7-7.
Players going band for band. Westall declining PC. Of course, it makes sense because they're in a really nice LST. But yeah,
I mean,
they
this
don't
is
want
not
to
a really nice
double
LST
IP.
because
Oh wait, they're gonna.
yeah.
Westall confident enough to make that double eyepiece dependency is insane. Like the fact that they hesitated for a full 2 seconds and still got away with it. But are they gonna be allowed to follow up?
No, it ends up he ends up paying for it later down the road. It wasn't immediate, but it was like delayed karma, you know what I mean?
Alright. And now it's time for the real LST ego check. And Diao's actually gonna choose to tank here. Very interesting decision to see Diao decline the LST war.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
he's
wouldn't
down on
want to go to
third, but not
LST war
long.
with Westell either.
The fact that like Westall's a player who's
Pretty
even
big
able to
surge
force that
advantage.
is very impressive.
Alright, I mean, Diao is running away with it now.
So it would seem. Westall doesn't have the best LSC parity here, but they do get this well-accessed, amazing fashion.
I mean,
Diao's forcing way too
have to
much
get down
pressure.
fast. Diao needs to send just more pressure, but Westell's able to squeeze
Yeah,
his way
Diao
out of that
opted for
one.
Altfins there, and that ended up being their downfall as they weren't able to find the kill. They're going to be forced to break their surge here. And they have a lot of cheese that's coming up. I'm not sure if even Diao is going to live this. Westall did a really nice job of continuing that pressure, not letting it get to their head, and they're not going to let Diao run away with it.
Wow, okay, so we're over to 8-9. Actually really close.
Extremely.
We're seeing a poor performance, Diao versus mid-roll Westell. Notably, not a roll. I'd like to make it clear. I'd like to make it clear it's poor performance, not a roll. There's a difference.
Mm-hmm. And both players simultaneously sending 23. So satisfying.
And it looks like Westell's gonna start off with the advantage here.
Yeah, Westall's definitely running away with the advantage here. Look at this amazing board state. Gonna find the all-spin solution
nice
to keep as much of
mellows.
their material as they can. They have such a surge
Oh,
advantage.
it's so huge.
And Diao
Big
just
spike
doesn't
coming
have
through.
enough pressure.
Diao can't get to the eyepiece. Can't get to the eyepiece. Tries really hard.
Oh my
God,
goodness,
nice
the survival!
defense. I didn't see that survival. That was insane.
Neither did I,
That
but
was
leave it to Diao to live
such
a
a good
situation
find.
like that. And now Diao's actually matching Westall's surge. But Westall breaks with a really nice 32.
They
And now
send
both
off to
players are
each
in a
other.
mutually assured destruction scenario. The
I
fact that we are in true
evaluate
neutral at the
Diao's
bottom of
board
the
state
board
a
right
little
now.
bit better here, but it's very
Really?
neutral at the moment. Yeah. Gets to surge first, breaks first, forces Westall onto a lower one. But wastes
Diao
the
has a lot of
eyepiece.
material, but they're not in cycle. They get the counter 4, they get the all-spin solutions. And Westall's gonna be forced to break their back-to-back here, so they're gonna have to deal with whatever Diao's cooking.
And Diao's cooking a lot here. Really, really big spike. Gonna send Westell far over the top and bring it to match point.
Yeah, that was a mean 28. This is actually, given your like previous knowledge, a very important set for Westall to win here. And Ace noticed this. This is the 6 PPS LST.
Alright, I mean, they're still pretty even in surge count, though. Diao
Yeah, but the
sends
LST
first.
doesn't have as
Westell
many
not
outs
too
as
far
you'd like.
behind. Nice spins coming from Westell, but the T-spin was a bit questionable. Didn't really have a lot of good continuations out of that. Decided
The
to go for a
forecast
bit of
from
a
Diao.
greedy one, and it pays back in a loss. And Diao is going to take the set. At
Yeah, that is
11
gonna
to 8.
push Westall to
GG.
loser.
Alright, also, right now, I want to mention that, actually, like, I kind of had the slight feeling going into this, but I'm actually feeling, like, really sick. I don't know if you could tell from, like,
Oh no.
From my commentary, but like I actually kind of feel like nauseous and I feel like throwing up right now, so I'm gonna drop out. We have Ben coming in to replace me, so yeah, it's been great commentating. I would have loved to commentate more, and I would have loved to see a potential Gohan versus Diao, or a rematch of Westel versus Diao. Those are all like my favorites, but I'm probably gonna be watching from lying in bed or something. So, yeah. Anyways, enjoy the rest of the tournament, though. There's a lot of really good sets up and coming. Really interesting matchups. So, yeah, stay tuned. I'll see you guys later. All right, peace.
Bye bye, Garbo.
Bro does look sick, I'm not gonna lie. Hope he's doing well.
What's good, Ben? Welcome in.
Oh, hello. That was a crazy set I just watched. Well, what was that?
Yeah. Ben
We
just
got
saw you not
numbers.
paying attention. And yeah, that will not be the last we see of Westel in this event. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, of course, advances to Grands.
So what did you think about that set, really? Like, besides for the numbers, how about the technique, the setups and stuff?
The technique was like very interesting because like of course Diao did end up taking a lot more of like the defensive approach in that, not challenging Westel in their like home turf. They're a very aware player, and that is definitely what ended up setting them apart, even when both players were dealing with their own misdrops.
I saw a lot of people comparing this match to like speed versus bot kind of gameplay, where we have Westo just going absolute ham on the mechanics and just putting up numbers, really.
That's not even like a thing I considered, but Diao is a player that really likes to practice a lot against bots, and Westel's gameplay is giving very much bot style. So it's almost like Diao just has so much experience fighting players like Westel.
Honestly, in Season 2, I think bots play much more like what Diao is doing right now. They're much more meticulous. They don't just pair back to back and then send really clean. That's like PPT, I think, is a better comparison.
Gotcha.
Because what you're
I believe
thinking
we did
about
have
is
some.
clear, right?
Yeah.
Lines are code clear, but in Tetra you can't really just send clean.
Yeah, you will get punished for that. You don't have the benefit of that Puyo Puyo Tetris like RNG, so.
Have you played?
Huh?
Have you played PPT before?
I have played PPT before.
So you know when you send a Tetris, it does turn into messy garbage.
Yes, it does.
That's a really alien concept, honestly.
Yeah. But now we are going to see another one-seed gap matchup. We've got Turtle versus Vince.
Dude, Turtle, sub 14. I did not see that coming, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I knew this card was good, but the Turtle going sub 14. You know.
I mean, if you think that, like, of the tortoise and the hare story, if you think that this was, like, that tortoise, it makes a lot more sense why they ended up winning that race.
The Vince, of course, a former sprint world record holder. I was there. I played WWC because of this guy. Good game.
Oh my gosh. Alright, we're gonna go into the warm-up now. You see TKIs from both players. And interestingly, they're both gonna choose to stall.
Yeah, this is why this guy's called Turtle. Start a little slow.
Both players trying to deal with some misdrops. Turtle makes it out first. Vince is gonna lose the warm-up.
Vince needed that warm-up, I will say.
Yeah, they definitely needed that warm-up. If it's sufficient, we're about to find out.
Hopefully it worked, and hopefully he's warmed up, because now we're heading into the actual match. He'd better be warmed up for this guy. For a long time, I'd say Turtle would be the underdog, but after the recent tournament results, I think Vince...
Yeah, Turtle's definitely on everybody's radar now. And it's confidently wasting that eye for the count to 4, and it is gonna backfire immediately.
Oh, this guy's not locked in. Come on, Vince.
Lock in, eyes wide open.
Get that keyboard working. Best opener
And
in the game.
the fact that we've consistently seen these players stall in opener is very interesting. Both of them definitely playing hyper aware, especially in the first 2 pieces.
In season 2, if you send first, you just lose. It's it's just part of the game, honestly. In every single Radiant and every single Stratosphere recently, both tournaments hosted by Nest here, it's perma-stalling every single match. It works too. Here, Vince though is definitely struggling a little to get on his feet. One of our community's biggest striders, just flopping along a bit here.
And Vince getting that insane sequence to uncover this well as well. But Turtle has a fractal, not able to get their second T in time. They're gonna be forced to break Surge. And Vince is gonna cut through that cheese like a knife through butter.
I don't know what's going on with Turtle here, but he's getting down. Going pretty slow, actually. Okay, it's 4, but they can go faster. I know what I said.
I mean, they can go faster.
Being very meticulous here for sure. Careful not to make too many misplacements. Playing a little
Definitely
not
the way to go. And Vince with that sustained 28 spike. Not gonna matter too much though. Turtle's still in a really good spot. And breaking that surge as soon as they can for this follow-up.
That's
and they're starting to run away with
248
the set so far.
Definitely an uphill battle for Vince here. As we go into round 4, Turtle misdrops his best opener in the game. I don't know what Vince is doing. This is just Vince stuff, I guess.
I mean, Vince didn't have like the best board state to work with there. So they did have to do a lot of compromising.
Vince does not have bad board states. Vince has Vince board states. They're just different.
That's fair.
Stacks like an alien. Hopefully can downstack like an alien with all the pressure that Turtle's putting on here. But this is some weird stacking. Vince is getting cheesed.
But Vince cancels pretty much everything with the micro combo there.
Looking pretty clean for both.
And speaking about the fractal, decides against it. I think that soft drop definitely had something to do with it.
The Turtle is being a bit funky with these setups, to be honest. This is not what I'm used to seeing. It almost looks like he's trying to outdance
at the same
Vince.
time. And Vince cascades a material down into a 33 spike, but Turtle's chilling. They have a bit of cheese to get through, but nothing they haven't seen before.
He's trying to keep back to back. He's not going to be able to. Now all the
Sends
way
Vince a
down.
little bit of cheese, so they're gonna have to work through that before they actually get to send their pressure. But now Vince is gonna be forced to burst on this down stack. No sweat.
Oh,
But
Turtle
that L
misdrop.
piece misdrop from Turtle.
Another one. Vince is on the board.
Yeah. That was a very unfortunate misdrop chain from Turtle there. That is going to put Vince on the board.
TD versus. Yep.
STP
Whoa. Turtle. You can't do that. On this major.
I mean, what are they gonna
okay.
do about it?
He went with it, so I guess I can't complain. We'll take it, I guess.
So he's gonna get sent out from Vince.
This is getting hard countered by the SDPC spin, honestly. Seems like
And
Vince is always on
Vince
the
was
back
not
foot.
ready for that combo downstack from Turtle. But they are at least able to survive the aftermath. Finding the
It's
force
just-
surge.
Like, it's always the SDPC spin, and Turtle's just using it every single round, and it gives him an advantage right off the bat.
I mean, at all levels of play, even with like the stalling that you're forced to do, it's still a pretty threatening opener.
Sure.
But Vince is
Best
starting to learn to
opener
deal
of
with
the
it.
Oh, die on this hill.
Number one SBPC spin fan right here.
I don't use it, but it's good. It's meta. We're looking good with this back-to-back though. If he can keep... Oh, he doesn't. Some weird garbage being sent. Vince turns it into pure clean. It looks so good right now. Oh, what is this?
I'm actually
Holy
shocked that
fuck.
turned into pure clean because they were canceling the clean and like the cheese was by the tail end of that.
Vince
But it
is
pays off really
cooking.
well. And Vince has finally found their stride, taking multiple consecutive rounds.
Oh, Vince is awake. Finally, it took until noon. It's 11 a.m. here.
Oh, you're finally awake. Did Vince have to climb PT? They don't need it. What they need is a much higher power stack, much better board state, and they're gonna send this all in the Cascade 31.
He got out DPS'd. How? Okay.
Insane that Vince had a
board.
board state like that, a surge advantage like that, and still got out pressured. Turtles playing out of their mind, and the pin comes out from Vince.
This would have been unheard of 2 years ago, but Vince is getting outsped here by a large margin. Look at the speed diff. Somehow still
Yeah, and
keeping
Turtles
up.
in a really nice board state right now, but they don't have the surge for the follow-up, and they're gonna be forced to break their back-to-back.
Looking pretty even here. Turtle's going to try and spike. Bad board state to work with. Oh, this is a Vince.
And Vince gonna take the ice spin triple. Love to see it get pulled out. But they are in a pretty precarious board state. Able to cycle the first eyepiece in time, but Turtle just has so much pressure at the ready. Has
he's
his
well into
17
double
surge
figure.
advantage. And counting.
Can keep it going. This is a gorgeous board state to... Oh, he won't.
Yeah,
He's
and they're gonna
just
cascade it all down into 39, and Vince is running out of skims.
He needed an L or J there to downstack.
But it just wasn't in the cards.
Unfortunate Q. Move on to round 9. Where he... That's not...
Ah, yeah. Vince tries to do a C-spin of their own, and it did end up backfiring.
It's a
Very
modern
sad
art
Miss
right
Bro.
there. Yeah, that is the Vince stacking we don't want to see.
Oh, yeah. Vince has the potential to cook here. They're going to take the count to 4 option. And they're going to have the C-spin here. Interesting to choose not to tank. But they are in a much better board state following Turtle's misdrops.
Oh no. These players are playing against themselves, honestly. It's
Yeah.
not even a 1v1, it's... they just need to not misdraw.
They are their own worst enemy.
Looking too hot. A little bit of a messy set we got going on right here.
And Turtle's in a pretty nice board state here. They're going to cascade everything down to 31, but Vince had a response.
They were
Turtle's
both
trying to
very
down stack and
nice.
send some cheese. But Vince was ready with the cancel.
Pros have been talking a lot about maintaining resources. We just saw Vince just keep a bunch of garbage in reserve, and he was able to take pretty much anything Turtle could throw at him.
Very well said. And oh my goodness, we're gonna see the silly overhangless from... Oh no! I don't even get to finish my thought. Vince is already down.
Okay, that worked. Past tense. My bad. It was looking good.
It was looking good.
Note
Change
the
it on the
past tense.
Wikipedia page. But Vince is at a very nice surge advantage. But their board state isn't looking the best in terms of maintenance, but overall this is just Vince. But Turtle's gonna completely flip it on its head.
Well-timed spike is going to break Vince out of his surge. Oh, this... Oh no.
Oh my! That sequence from Vince to maintain back-to-back there. Any other time and Turtle could have been an immediate advantage.
This is
And that's a
kind of-
really nice tank from Vince into an amazing all-spin sequence.
I think Turtle is abandoning the clean play idea. Looks like he's just going to go fast and hope it works.
Yeah, Turtle seems to be getting desperate now.
whatever it is, it's working. He just won the Tetra League set and he's still going for more. 7-4.
Have a surge advantage. They're gonna break it, looking to cheese up Vince. They're slightly successful, but not in the grand scheme of things.
Vince is
In terms
struggling.
of this damage interaction.
Looking pretty good for Turtle. Once he gets Scout, he's going to have a great opportunity here to build a surge advantage.
And now both players are gonna be simul-surging. Vince breaks first, Turtle's gonna be forced on the defense.
Oh,
And
wow.
Vince has a better board state. Turtle had to waste eye there.
5-7, still anyone's game. It's the first to 11. There's plenty of time for Vince to catch up.
And Turtle's gonna decline the PC, they don't need it.
So
They know
we
better,
see
this is
them-
season 2.
Oh, where did that come from?
Oh my, and Vince is still alive after that.
Barely. He was like,
Within a single line of living and dying. And a
not this
25
time.
spike comes
Oh
out
my-
from Turtle, and after that eyepiece misdrop, it's just kind of cooked.
The turtle jump scare. Oh my. So you're just gaming and then your red bar just fills up. And you have no idea
Yeah.
where that came from. The turtle experience.
It's a nice all-spin sequence from Vince. Gonna get this count to 4. And they're gonna break to maintain their good board state.
You really do not want to see 2 wide gaps while you're trying to all-spin. Those are almost impossible to solve a lot of the time.
Yeah.
What is that? Oh, that J-spin was gorgeous.
And
this
Turtle
is-
right now is on a pretty nice down stack, able to cancel just about all of the pressure Vince was intending to send.
That is massive.
Turtle trying to
damage.
find the force surge. And they break it immediately. Vince in a very precarious situation, but they find the first eyepiece, find the
Oh,
next
he
wall,
found
and they're
that.
out of there.
That was so fast. Like that was
That is
an
the Vince
unbelievable-
burst. And Vince was one piece off of, like, actual just kill power on that multiplier. But Turtle gets to live another encounter.
Right? But oh, no, misdrop. That is.
Oh, the misdrop comes
He
out from
fixed
Vince?
it? He fixes it. Okay, he's out.
Not even close.
Into 25 spike, and now Turtle's on the ropes.
But Turtle has the well at the ready. It's just gonna be a matter of outcycling Vince here. They get the eyepiece, has the T-spins to cancel in the meantime.
Yeah,
Turtle's out.
2 eyepieces, and what is?
And both of these boards are looking like a modern art.
Yeah, someone caught Picasso here. Oh my. No, that's not fixable. No.
Yeah. When it's both players, it's an exhibit. It's more than just a piece.
Yeah, they're sharing the spotlight here. Double art exhibit like we've never seen.
Oh, we're gonna see the mid-game all clear from Turtle. But Turtle's not in the best spot to deal with what Vince has. And Vince is gonna do the mini 4-wide.
35, it's going to kill. 4 PPS from Vince. Finally, not a speed gapped round.
And oh,
Turtle,
DT from Turtle? And the big 25?
It cheats up Vince. Vince is so
worked
surprised
out.
he's not prepared. Okay. Great position. No longer.
Very nice
I think
counter
we're
from
even.
Vince.
Oh, no,
Very
no,
bad
no,
misdrops
we're
from Vince,
even.
and that well is just not able to be opened in a timely manner.
We were even until Vince did the Vince that we did not want to see. Oh man. Okay, like he's known for those misdrops, but that's not the Vince stacking that he needs right now to win this set. Turtle's just
And
too
Vince just gets
off.
every piece they need there for maximum damage, but it is gonna come back to bite them when Turtle has all this queen,
300 APM.
and that's gonna be match point Turtle.
It takes 20 lines to top you out. 300 APM means you get topped out 15 times if you do nothing per minute. Let that sink in. Where did that spike
And-
come from? Turtle. Yeah, Vince
I
gets
mean,
jump
Turtle
scared.
just summons these spikes out of thin air, and oh my gosh. A certain
These
somebody
could
made a
be-
prediction in VC, and I think it's actually coming true right now.
That's Vince.
Yeah, that VC does in fact come out right now. Very unfortunate. They do ask what happened to their PC in chat, so unfortunately your PC ended up DCing there. But it's gonna be GG's, and Turtle's gonna move on.
Without the DC, it probably would have ended a similar way with that spike. Just
Oh,
out
yeah.
of nowhere.
Like, they literally had no skims, no way out of there, no way to cycle. The DC was just nailing the coffin already 6 feet under.
This is why the Ospin mod is called the Magician. This guy just makes spikes appear out of thin air. If Garbo was here, he'd agree with me.
Oh my god.
How does he do it? Like, these top players nowadays, they're just, even without a massive surge, with a completely normal looking board, like you could be sprinting on this thing, and then they just magic out some 30 spike at the perfect time to kill. Players are getting so much better, and going into TWC, we'll be looking forward to seeing more of these setups. Sure.
Yeah, Turtle's moving on to face Westall in Losers Finals.
The overdog becomes the underdog. What can I say?
So true.
I mean, make your prediction.
Make my prediction.
Yeah.
I mean, Turtle's been playing out of their mind, but that is still Westall. It's gonna be a tough hurdle to cross for sure. But it's nothing new for Turtle. They have experience facing Westall at this point. How many times?
Judging from the winners finals, though, I'd say Westo is in significantly better form.
Oh, for sure.
If he just like plays like co-clear here, it's going to work. 90% of players, no, honestly 99.9% of players can't stand up to 300 APM pressure. Like we see 300 APM ourselves. If I do 300 APM by accident, I'm
Yeah,
clicking
this is
out.
the 0.01% of bacteria that the sanitizer couldn't get. That's what we're watching right now. And Westall just immediately gonna start with 5 PPS. Definitely a good use of their warm-up time. And Turtle just misdrops so much. Definitely needed that warm-up there.
If he's not warmed up by now, I have a bad feeling about this. Like, the question in my mind isn't who's going to win. It's how hard is Westo going to win?
Oh. It's not a matter of who, it's a matter of how to. Okay, okay.
Like best of luck, Turtle. Westo is in form, and you do not want to face Westo when he's in form. You don't like him when he's angry. I told you. I know what he's
Turtle?
going.
In a pretty nice board state right now. They are going to make the Force Surge. But they're going to be forced to break on the defense despite still having a lot of materials at their disposal. 36 spike of pure sustain, and Westall's continuing those misdrops, giving Turtle that first round.
Right, Westo lock in. If Westo shows
Eyes
that
wide
winners
open.
finals form, it should be a stomp.
We're going to see that PC no come out from Westall.
Questionable down stack. But if it works, it works.
I mean, at that moment, they were just prioritizing their own survival there, and you can't really fault a player for doing so.
Westo's down stack has always been his weakest point. If Westo was good at down stack, he'd be easily #1.
Like 6 PPS, like, down stack that's, like, optimal is the most terrifying, like, thing I can think of.
I'd say everyone can agree with that.
Yeah. Because they really could be the next Houdini.
Houdini in my
But
Tetris
Turtle has
game.
so much
What is
material
that?
at their disposal. And Westall just took a little bit too long to break, so now they're gonna have to do this on the defense. But even still, that surge was just so powerful that Turtle still needs to watch out.
That well though. Turtle was drilling oil with that thing.
The fact that the well was that large and still was not able to overcome Westall pressure is truly a sight to behold. And oh my goodness, that shade of misdrops! Turtle ended up failing the human benchmark.
Is this even fixable in any... Okay, no.
No, it's not.
Not in time.
They had some nice initial fixes, but after that, there's only so much they can do. They have to deal with their mistakes eventually.
Again, Turtle's playing with himself.
And we're gonna see a bit of an LST war.
Playing against himself, I mean. Totally.
Turtle breaks Surge first, but Westall's still in a pretty good spot. Unfortunately, the rest of their board is cheese, so it's gonna be a hamper on the rest of their pressure, but yeah. IP's misdrop on Turtle's side. It's gonna put the nail in the coffin.
Let's see if my prediction is gonna come true. Turtle needs to lock in and stop misdropping here. You cannot recover.
Easier said than done. But Turtle is fighting these multi-fractals.
It's not a teaspoon though. What is that? Westo struggling a little. Definitely not as clean as Turtle. But the speed always makes up for it. We know Westo.
I mean, when you're moving faster than light, it's gonna be quite hard to see.
This is the fastest player in the world versus the second fastest player in the world. This is #1 sprint versus #2 sprint.
Indeed.
And yet there's a gap because Westo is just going significantly faster all the time.
And oh my, if Westall manages to downstack this, oh my gosh! Very impressive for Westall. I think that was a matter of Turtle just prioritizing their surge advantage and not seeing the kill opportunity there. And that's definitely going to come back to bite them. As Westall's now going to make it to this 5 surge and counting at the bottom of their board completely unthreatened by anything Turtle could be sending right now.
Westo struggling a little with the downstack per usual, but it is, again, good enough. Meanwhile, Turtle's getting cheesed up trying to maintain the surge.
They're trying to stack over their cheese, but they end up breaking the surge, prioritizing their own life. But they're gonna immediately get cheesed once again, and that Westall pressure isn't stopping anytime soon. And yeah, that IP's misdrop once again. I think Turtle's lost 3 rounds to IP's misdrop.
His biggest enemy is his misdrops right now. It's not even Westo.
I mean, Westall's a pretty big factor, but still.
I'd agree. But
that's a lot of cheese on Westall's board.
Oh, he's not downstacking that.
Yeah, very dependent on the Q, and the Q was not agreeing. Turtle is going to take that round.
All it took was 4.78 PPS. Oh, if you just play as
reasonable
fast
numbers.
As player, you can beat the fastest player.
Yeah. You can match that, easy, you'd win.
You can misdrop everything and top out again.
And very impressive downstack from Turtle, able to survive initially, but Westall's pressure is just too strong.
They're definitely struggling to find a counter both to Westo as a player and also just finding a way to get back and forth.
I'm sorry, but did Turtle just feint a C-spin opener? They declined the C-spin and just took an all-spin sequence instead. If that was a good play, I'm not too sure. But definitely an interesting strategy.
Westo was like... Westo barely survived that. Again, I thought he was a goner until he found probably the only solution there. Here he's on the back foot. 12 surge disadvantage. Forces Turtle to break it. Turtle is breathing a little too hard with the off-spin setups here. He's getting himself pushed all the way to the top, and when he breaks it, it's not of his own volition. He's being forced to break his surges. That's not
like, a lot of these decisions by Turtle look like they could pay off, but Westall always just keeps finding the only way out, and we see it once again right there.
Brilliant Q read right there. Again with the surge disadvantage. It's the same story again and again though. Turtle's always being forced to break surge when he really wants to find a good time to break surge and not misdrop everything yet again.
And Wessel just continued, like, insane survival finds. Is just able to out-stamina Turtle in that round.
Oh, another misdrop coming in from Westo. Looking a bit rough. Turtle not able to continue this LST either.
Oh, they're gonna go right back into the LST, actually. Commentator's curse at its finest. And they have not broken the shape. They are going to be forced to now.
That's not, no, oh my goodness.
325 APM, 5.6 PPS. I think those are the craziest stats we've seen in recent times. Definitely the craziest of this event.
Someone gave this turtle freaking rocket boost or something, I don't know. Well, he's going to
Gets
keep...
more and more clear how the turtle won the race.
It's not the traditional way, that's for sure. Whenever he did that round, he needs to keep doing it. I don't know if it's a viable win condition to keep outspeeding the fastest player. He's going to try it. Meanwhile, Westo just playing like Westo, and Turtle's definitely on the back foot here. I don't know if he can survive. Okay.
Westo was forced to break there, but they didn't have a proper follow-up, and in doing so, Turtle was able to just counter-spike.
A little rough there for Westo. Playing a little too fast and not looking ahead. Oh, bye-bye.
Oh, those misdrops from Turtle.
It
It's
has
not
to
looking
be
good. They don't even have the Force Surge
Wait,
for damage
wait.
mitigation, but they're still able to find the first
way.
bounce back, looking for the second, cycles the eyepiece,
How?
and they're gonna get out of here scot-free!
Nerves of Steel, okay.
Truly.
Wait, no,
You mentioned how it's not a viable
he's
strategy to outspeed the fastest player, but if anybody has the nerve to even attempt it, it's gonna be Turtle.
Second fastest player for sure. If there's anyone. How's it looking here? Westo, yeah, it does go in. Good job. Going to find the funny little J-spin. Meanwhile, Turtle is trying to downstack. He's out of I pieces, out of T pieces. Look ahead.
Turtle
Hello.
beat that way too greedy. They really tried for material maintenance, but in the meantime, you still have to make sure you're canceling a decent bit. And that's just too much at one time.
Downstacking with Ospin is not always good. That was Exhibit A. Westo is just trying to get down. Turtle is trying to greed while getting down. It's not working out. Oh,
And
look at-
oh no, that's just death in any scenario! These misdrops chains from Turtle just get worse as the set continues. And Wessel's inching even closer to that set win.
SDPC. It worked out for Turtle. But now he gets cheese. Now he's on the back foot.
Turtle being forced to take the
Massively.
T-spin 0 just to
I don't know.
survive. Wessel's in an insane advantage state right now, looking to try and do something out of it.
I wouldn't say so. He actually has fewer resources. The 10 surge is...
And after that misdrop,
Yeah, okay. Surge does nothing. Oh, that misdrop mine. Oh, he's...
once again,
oh,
those
my.
misdrops from Turtle keeps coming back to bite them. They have
That's
run
so
out of
specific.
leeway.
Oh, okay, Jinx. My bad. I was just going to say, he's
Yeah.
been very consistent this set, and he does that. And he wins.
Yeah.
Okay, it worked out.
And that's match point Wessel.
Oh,
Turtle currently on the chopping block. This is their final chance to lock in.
unfortunately, not the greatest showing here from Turtle. Probably a little tired out from beating Vince. And who wouldn't be, honestly?
Definitely.
Oh, why that spin? Wesley didn't have to do that. That's not
Turtle
LSD.
trying to get this 7-2, but their height just isn't resolving in the way they want it to, so they're going to be forced to break their surge here and give Westel the advantage. Westel gets a decent initial follow-up, but Turtle's able to down stack in time. Has overhangs on the first bounce back. Looking for the second.
Huh.
And
There's enough
oh,
spaghetti
that double
to defeat off
misdrop!
Italy. I think we are seeing nerves in play.
Yeah, that's definitely what's going on here. And there's no more skims allowed, no way out of this one. Worth a shot, but it is just over. One can
No.
only stall.
Delete the
Westall,
round,
that's
but yeah, delete the VOD.
delete the VOD.
Questionable round right there.
Prism 4 did not happen. Westall did not beat Turtle.
But let's just say Westel is moving on to winners finals.
Grand
not
finals.
winners, Grand finals. Grand finals.
It's time
And
for
then-
the main event.
Great job for Turtle for making it this far, though. Definitely still an amazing placement. Top 3 in Prism. Very stacked tournament.
Mhm.
Against Westel, though. Definitely one of the best players in the game. Who is going to face probably the best player in the game?
Yep.
I watched this kid grow up, man. I watched him win his first Citrus Cup. It's been so long. How old do I sound?
It's not even, it's just wholesome.
I played Diao when he was 3 PPS 90 APM.
Those still sound like insane stats, to be fair. But
That was
of
like
course we see the player they are
2019.
now, and like, yeah.
We got players going like 1 PPS 90 APM these days.
I think everybody can agree that everybody is ready to see this run back happen. The players are ready, the spectators are ready. Ben, are you ready? Because I'm ready.
Oh, I'm ready. I love this matchup. This is gonna be great.
It's a fan favorite for a reason. I remember when Westall fumbled the TAWS Grand Finals. That's gotta be an ancient callback.
I don't. The fun thing is that's probably not TAWS Open. That was probably TAWS rank capped. We knew Westo before Westo was an X rank. I think he gained notoriety back in like S rank, which is an amazing throwback.
It's time for warm-up.
Westo needs to take advantage of this probably.
Also, tidbit for the chat that can't see. Diao has been posting the warm-up copy pasta every single time.
Every single tournament. Look, I staff fairly frequently. I've seen this pasta too many times. What's those little stuck here? Holy!
And wow, that's
that
an
was
impressive
amazing.
bounce stack from Diao. They
Dude,
thought
that-
about the
that-
C-spin, realized it wasn't worth it.
No, that S-spin was the coolest thing ever.
Yes, it was. And wow, that all-spin sequence into the immediately surge break follow-up. Westall finds both eyepieces, but that second one isn't a quad.
Gladden is the most famous X-TAWS. Who's Gladden?
Dang. Dang.
He's not in chat. It'll be fine.
That makes it worse. Don't call them out when they can't fight back.
Don't click that. You'll never know.
Well, now that you've said it, you know it's gonna happen. I'm sorry.
Anyways, go have fun.
It's time for
Grand
the
finals.
set. The LST war starts. Does Diao decide to take it? They've already tanked, so very likely not. They have this T-spin forecast, but Westall doesn't seem to be breaking anytime soon until Diao forces them to.
He is kind of stuck, honestly. He does have the downside, but now look at the surge disadvantage.
Yeah,
Diao
and Diao is now immediately starting to go to a slower playstyle, trying to stack up this surge as high as possible, down stacking in that 41 the moment they get the opportunity, and that is a very decisive first round win.
The timing is perfect. The surge is perfect. That's what we expect from Diao at this point.
For sure. Misdrops from Westall, but it's not the end of the world, especially if they keep finding fixes like that. But that hesitation is gonna spell doom.
Oh, what?
And Diao's pressure just did not stop. If anybody knows how to sustain pressure, it's gotta be Diao. Like, the solves that they find is insane.
Whenever he needs a spike, he gets the spike. It's insane.
Like, the way they know how to just preserve the material. They just always have something to spike whenever they're aware.
He's screen watching, he's spiking, he's maintaining his resources. What can this man not do? Okay.
Westel is here to figure that out.
Oh, boy.
But these misdrops are going to make this a hard task.
Maybe a little bit of a time zone diff, maybe nerves are coming into play. Diao is just waking up.
Yeah, that engine's on for Diao.
He does have... Sometimes he has the most down bad sleep schedule known to man, but right now he looks awake.
That's one way to describe it. And Diao being forced to break that circle of the defensive, they're going to cascade through all their material just to make sure they survive. That's exactly what happens. Westel sends 30 of pure sustain, but it's not enough. And we're going to return to neutral.
Shoutouts to the 30 spike. I mean, what 30 spike? It just disappeared.
There was no 30 spike.
Okay, there was a 19 spike. That was better timed. Now with Sun Clean to work with, but he wants to make it to that cheese so he can continue playing his game. After down stacking this, now he looks pretty good. Meanwhile, Westel also with some clean, able to make some cheese out of that. And that's going to prevent, again, Diao from building up a good surge. He's going to look to downstack this.
And Diao doing that standard expected Diao efficiency. But it is going to start to backfire here, looking at what Westel's board state looks like. Gonna send 29 of pure sustain, but Diao was ready for it. But these misdrops are gonna make it tough.
What 29 spike? Was there a 29 spike?
Nah, I see none.
We talked about how magicians can make spikes appear out of nowhere. Now let us introduce Diao, who makes spikes disappear. Like, where are they going? Like,
For my next trick, I will make this advantage disappear. But
that's
Westel
a 20 surge
is at
advantage.
such a high surge to where they might not even need a follow-up. Okay, who am I kidding? This is Diao.
Look at me make this 20 surge disappear. It's gone. It's completely gone. Like, was there a 20 surge? And oh my god,
Seemed like it.
this guy. Diao was working at the
And
cheese
Westel was
factory.
downstacking this cheese really well. But right now they are at a huge surge deficit. They have the 4 surge for damage mitigation if it comes down to it, but that S misdrop's gonna be tough.
Oh, it should
But
be over.
Diao's actually starting to succumb to the effects of gravity. That's what influenced their play right there. And I think that's what made them miss their initial kill shot, but their follow-up was good enough. And they've taken their 3rd consecutive round.
Probably a little distracted by the gravity there. I think Diao usually could have timed that surge to kill, seeing as how messed up Westel was on the board.
It's not often you get a game that lasts for that long, so when gravity does come into a factor, you're almost never ready for it. But alas, it does not matter.
Shoutouts to tower players in Quick Play 2. I mean, who am I shouting out to? They don't exist. Whoa, what is this? Is this surge advantage? What is this spike? Holy cheese!
Diao was just going for full surge advantage there, but Westel managed to do the initial survival, and after Diao uses all their material, Westel's able to swoop in and take that kill.
That's a very rare case of winning when you're forced to break your surge. Usually it's whoever breaks the surge gets the advantage, but Westel somehow made that work.
To be fair, Diao did put Westel within a line of living and dying, and Westel just got the Q of a lifetime. And oh my goodness, they have the Well of a lifetime too. They're gonna completely mitigate anything that Diao's trying to send. Ends up getting a mid-game all clear.
Westel, this
Of course,
isn't
it's season
Blitz!
2, so it doesn't do that much.
Play the game, Westel! It's not Blitz! Freaking 1v1!
I mean, they're here for the people. They're swagging out right now. But style points don't equal real points. They're starting to realize that trying to make their way down, Diao cascades through all their material. Westel has no eyepiece in sight.
Oh, that's a Diao stack right there. That's above 1 APP, by the way. Oh my. That's your average Diao round. That's what we expect from him. And he will keep it up. So now it's on to Weston to find a solution. And very few
And
players
now
have been able
is
to
doing
do
a
it.
very nice job of doing a lot of pressure while maintaining the material that they have, but they're going to be forced to break right about now. The cycle does not favor them. And we're going to return to neutral.
Wessel has a precious few seconds to find an advantage. He will not be able to.
They at
That
least
eighth
have the surge
dimension?
advantage, but they don't have the board state to really leverage it.
It's really not much to deal with at this level. And really? Okay.
That's quite the float. Are they gonna get punished? Probably. Who am I kidding? This is Westo. They'll cycle any piece they want in less than a second.
What is happening here? Diao finds a 30.
But that is a 38 spike! That Westo lives the first! Can they live the second?
I think
Diao just-
he's out.
Yeah. That's the one thing, when you use all your material, there's just nothing more you can do if your opponent survives. And unfortunately, Diao lost that gambit. Very,
No,
very
there's
psyched to
nothing-
see. And that's the mech shape!
Okay, get punished.
Mechanical Heart jump scare in the mid game. Westel not in a good board state, but they do have the Q to make it through this garbage at the moment. But that's just gonna allow Diao to get a surge lead.
Okay, thank
But I
goodness
don't
I'm
imagine
stopping
it's
him
staying for
Garbo.
too long. And ooh, 36 spike comes out from Diao.
Good thing I'm subbing in for Garbo. He would have been scarred from that.
Yeah. Like, they've already seen the mini mech shapes. They don't have to see the full-on Mechanical Heart in the mid game. And this is a stick spin from Diao. Very rare you'll see that in top play. It's all SDPC spin.
It's slightly better because I think you can get 1 in 10 with stick spin. The garbage can spawn in the wrong place.
And Diao does have the Q that allows them to survive that. And we're gonna be at pretty much neutral. Diao having to deal with a little bit of cheese, but nothing that they can't melt through with peak efficiency.
What?
And that was an ice spin triple from Diao. Love to see it happen.
You're a Tetris player, name every spin. Okay, says Diao, as the Iceman's triple. Okay. But he is... I was about to say disadvantage, and I saw Wessel's board, and Wessel should be able to survive. He's out.
Yeah, Westell did have that 16 that was forced to be entirely on mitigation, but at least they're alive. Finds the overhangless to keep their board state clean. And even though Diao was completely clean, they had no material to work with, so they thought it was better to tank. Misdrops were rough, but nothing they can't handle.
Oh, what? Wow. Diao is so...
Very nice 27 spike from Diao. Actually summoned that one out of thin air.
Again, above
That was
1
actually threatening
ATP.
Brazil.
This guy's efficiency is out of this world.
Not only does the Mechanical Heart happen when Garbo leaves, now that Garbo leaves, we're allowed to call out the 1 APP.
I will now do it every single round.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sure you'll love it. On the other hand, Diao has
Also
always...
had a decent board
Whoa,
state,
whoa, whoa,
had
whoa,
past
whoa,
heads,
whoa,
but
whoa, whoa,
those
whoa, whoa,
misdrops are
whoa,
going to make
whoa.
it nigh impossible to make it out of here. And we do see the Brazil from Diao.
Whoa, whoa, okay, that's a wild stray, okay.
What?
If you know, you know. Anyways. That is a wild stray, anyways. Westo has pulled out the 6 PPS here. But it's not fast enough, and he's still getting pressure. That down stack, okay, that was all the way down.
5 of pure sustain.
Wait, he's...
Westfield's pretty creatively dealing with what they had. And they are going to shut down Diao's momentum in the meantime. But if they can't build some of their own, it's looking still cooked.
Westo was playing at sub 20 pace with the 5.15 PPS there. I don't know how much efficiency you need to beat that, but the Diao did not have it. Oh, I don't like this fractal. Oh, this board sucks. Yeah, Diao has to break the surge there.
Yeah, but Westfield made some very questionable decisions there. It wasn't even necessarily misdrops. And Diao was able to find the punish.
When you have a massive advantage and you look over, that's when the nerves come into play. My worst misdrops always happen when my opponent screws up.
So real. This is
What's
gonna be
up?
forced to break their surge.
Oh,
Diao's gonna tank.
Oh my. Oh, it looks so
And they
good
send
from
a 14 spike of pure cheese that Wessel's now gonna have to deal with. Diao's gonna send another 15 of pure cheese.
What on earth was that?
I don't know
Okay.
what Diao was cooking there, but dang, it was delicious.
Honestly, perfect plater. 4.5 PPS, and he was timing every step of the way.
Very well said. But Diao was starting to close it on this tournament. Fighting this TST. Both players had even surge, but Diao has a better board state. And now Wessel only had one actual well there, but just doesn't matter.
Horrible misdrop there from Diao, misdropping the eyepiece. That's what you get for not
Yeah.
perfecting your finesse.
I mean, are we really gonna call out Diao on finesse? Are we allowed to do that? I know I'm not. But that's an entirely you thing.
Oh, you can check a sprint. This finesse is bad.
Oh gosh.
It's good enough
But
for
what's
this.
not
okay.
bad is this matchup for them, as they are now at tournament point.
Diao is not happy here. The person across the board stole his LST-Wo record.
Westel is at their
Beautiful,
final
beautiful.
opportunity to lock in. They need to find their second win.
Oh my down
And
stack.
Diao's gonna
Oh
send
my-
them so much cheese, so even if Westel lives the first, they're not gonna live the second. And that's
Oh.
gonna be it.
Where- I don't understand this guy. He's magicking away spike. He's magicking spikes into thin air. He's somehow only 1 PPS, 0.1 PPS slower than Resto. And has a 20 APM advantage in the stats.
Very impressive stuff. Speed is king, but even kings can get usurped, and that's exactly what Diao's doing.
Gorgeous from
And
Diao.
there we have it. Diao is your Prism 4 pink bracket champion.
Massive congratulations to Diao.
And reminder
Congratulations,
that Prism 4 does have a prize pool, so if you have the means and want to go ahead and support the talent, go ahead and donate to that. Absolutely stacked event as per usual. As to be expected of a Platinum TWC qualifier.
And shoutouts to CMDGO for seeding as usual. Please pay his salary.
Or speaking of salary,
Oh.
I do want to thank to all the prize pool donors, I guess. We have Flower Petal for the initial 50, and then Puzzle Kingdom for $39.50, Mitsu for $50, Ame for $55.50, and then BenXT, who initially gave $5 for Steam Dingo specifically. But I don't think we're doing that. I'm sorry. Sorry, Dingo, you're getting robbed.
Scammed.
Also, congrats to all the top 3. So in green top 3 we have Anya, Nine Wizard, and I'm Not Bad Okay Bro. And then for yellow, we have Built Like a Rat, Redhead, Guy in a Hat. Orange top 3, Mr. T, Rings, which I recently learned is supposed to be string, and then Brownie Bread. And then obviously for pink top 3, we watch them. It's Diao, Wessel, and Turtle. All 3 of you are getting in-game badges. Well, assuming that you have not played in a Prism before. But if you have played in a Prism before and you, what do you call this? Placed better, then you're getting an upgrade. Hooray! What else?
Yippee!
Hooray! I forgot what I'll say. Right. So we did run the TR cutoff prediction, and we do have the winners for that. Thank you to Flower Petal for processing that. So for the pink and orange cutoff, the approximate cutoff was 21,066, and I'm not reading the decimals. The winner for that is Nine Wizard, who guessed with 21,059 TR. So congrats, you're getting 1 month of Tetrio supporter. Next one for orange and the yellow cutoff. The cutoff was 18,528, and I'm not reading the decimals again. We actually have someone who got it spot on, and it's Civ137. So congrats, you're also getting 1 month of supporter. And then lastly, for the yellow and green cutoff, it was 15,634, and the person who got it was Waikai with 15,620. All 3 of you are getting 1 month of supporter, so keep an eye out for that one. I forgot what else I need to do. Alright. We're doing this on... I was not given talking points for this, but IFT is back. Their gimmick for this one is you will be playing in a VC with your opponents.
You get to be in game and out of game.
So true. What do I even say for this? It's a gold qualifier. That's epic. So we have another one before qualifiers end.
Shoutouts Bad Goblin.
Yippee, Bad Goblin is back. So real. I don't have. Wait,
We are so back.
Wait, I don't have the invite link for IFT. Does anyone have that?
Someone will find it. We can move on.
Alright, well, I have nothing else to say, honestly.
There it is.
Thank you!
Very hyped for the return of IFT. Oh my goodness. I might actually have to pull up this. This sounds fun.
It does sound fun, but I could only assume that the moderation for that will be really, really bad. But hey! Interacting with your opponents should be fun, right?
Right.
Alright.
Oh, right. We also have redeems.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Alright, go down the list. Lay it on us.
Okay. Well, you already saw Tizagos one earlier, so you need to do that. It's to you specifically. Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, that's a flip. Oh, that's a flip.
I can't believe it.
Oh, that's
Singled me out for that one. Why?
Okay, wait. I'm trying. Wait, Wait, where is this? Oh god, I can't find it. Where did it go? Wait, did someone refund all their redeems today? What happened?
Oh,
Dude,
we were
where
gonna
did it
get to
go?
them eventually. You should have trusted us. Yep,
Wait.
looks like it's cooked. Looks like it's cooked.
No, nah. We have the activity feed. It's fine.
Oh wow. Oh no. Ben, I thought we were safe. There's more.
Well, okay, there's like one
I
more.
wasn't here.
There's like one more. Here, Ben, you can
What
You
do you
can-
mean?
you can read this one. Cause why not?
Why do we send lines? Gian fundamentals. Why do we downstack garbage? Gian fundamentals. Why do we do insane setups mid-game? Gian fundamentals. Why do we play Tetris? Gian fundamentals. Copyright! It's Tetrio!
Good catch.
Yo. Alright. I have nothing else to say. Oh,
Alright.
Ben.
Yeah.
Good. Oh. Is this for Star?
This is for Star.
Okay.
What? Why can you do this? Okay, New Mama Gohan Maharashan is famous Indian Tetrio and Osu Okinawa State University player. He is very speed, leading to the invention of the term quick play. He is best known for misdropping in Zen mode and works part-time at Rice Selling Company. That is a certified exploding head emoji moment.
Nyandamentals.
Certified facts, by the way.
Alright.
Sketchy, surely you can do the last one.
Already did. I already
We
said
didn't
it.
catch that. Can you do that again?
No, I'm not doing it
Dang,
again.
worth a shot.
No. Alright. Let me pull up the
See, doesn't
raid.
agree.
I did it! No. I already did it.
Well, we
Oh.
gotta do that again.
Nyandamentals. Alright. Rating ting now.
Hooray.
Alright.
Thank you,
Say it again,
everyone.
Sketchy.
No.
You
Anyway.
say it again, Sketchy.
No, you! You say it!
Nyandamentals.
Good. Okay. Thank you everyone for watching today. Thank you for everyone for staying with us. It's been a blast. I'm sorry about like production hiccups at like the start. My PC exploded or something. I don't know. Oh,
John's
Yeah.
got you.
I got it. Okay. Bye everyone. Never again.
Yeah.